Russ Martin Show.
A couple more of these and we'll break. Go ahead, Brent. Brent.
Yeah, Russ. You there? Hello.
What?
Hey, man, I just wanted to let you know about this prayer thing you were talking about. How it's not changing your life. And the Bible teaches that prayer is there to change your heart and your mind, not the mind of God. God's will is infinite and it's going to happen regardless.
Well, so why am I praying about anything? If everything's already destined and everything's going to happen anyway and it's all God's will, I'm wasting my time.
Well, I guess that's one way to look at it.
That's the only way to look at it.
No, it's there to change your mind and your heart. To make you be able to accept things and for you to get closer with God.
Well, then prayer has nothing to do with it. Why am I praying for somebody not to die? Why do I pray for a baby not to die? Why do I pray for world peace? If it's not going to happen, I'm wasting my time. I can believe in God, and I can treat people decent as you're supposed to and all the other stuff that God digs. Mm-hmm. But if prayer is just, if I'm just peeing in the wind, why miss it? Because really, that's what it is. At least peeing in the wind, you get something back. You got to go. I'm excited. Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, about this religion thing.
Don't.
Please?
What?
You've been talking with absolute idiots, okay?
Okay.
The Bible says that if you have faith like that of a mustard seed, you can move mountains.
Yeah.
You yourself have admitted that you don't believe that prayer is going to work.
No.
You have no faith, therefore your prayer is
But I did. No, here's where you guys get jacked around, because they're going, well, you've already rejected God. Why would he answer your prayer? I didn't do that till I didn't get nothing back.
Did you really believe it was going to work the first time you prayed?
Why would I waste my time doing it?
Did you really believe it was going to work the first time you prayed?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you didn't believe hard enough.
See? Ooh. That's another pat answer.
You're not helping yourself.
That doesn't work. It doesn't work in real life. It's easy to say, well, you didn't believe hard enough. Well, you don't know that. I just said I did. And if I believed to myself that I believed hard enough, then obviously that was enough.
Well, I could get into some really deep...
Go right ahead, because I don't think this will take long.
Okay. Well, are you familiar with the Heisenberg uncertainty theorem?
Yes, it's when you're choking.
No, that's the Heimlich maneuver. Whatever.
Right.
Go ahead.
Heisenberg uncertainty theorem.
Right.
Basically, to make it really, really short, the universe is partially dependent upon observation.
Okay.
Therefore, the human mind is potentially capable of making changes within the universe.
All right.
The problem is that observation has to be strong enough to overcome the natural tendencies of the universe.
Yes.
If the natural tendencies of the universe is that somebody's going to be dead, your mind has to be powerful enough to change that natural tendency of the universe.
Right.
Not exactly an easy thing.
No.
So, there's your problem. You just didn't have the right mindset. I'm sorry, you're weak-minded. Sucks to be you.
Don't end on it sucks to be you. If that's the best you're going to do, don't ever call again.
Okay.
Because you're not making any sense. Anytime you explain, there's no excuse for when something doesn't work. All you're giving me is an excuse.
You're changing your probabilities.
I don't have to change anything. If it's not going to do any good, and I'm not going to change anything with my mind, that's absurd. If it's not going to do any good, then it's a waste of time. And if you can't come to grips with that, then you're the one that's narrow-minded. Very myopic. Sucks to be you. Yeah, I've let really hot ones walk on me before. Mm-hmm. That's why, if it's not working out, if I get lucky and I get a hot one, and it's not working out, I'm not going out of my way to make it work.
No, you haven't recently anyway.
Last one that really was jacking me around was in the 90s, mid-90s. Yeah. That was nuts.
You don't put out much effort anymore.
I don't care anymore. I have the internet.
I understand that you also like relationships. You also like the touch of a woman in conversation. You like all the things that provides also, right? You don't like to be lonely and alone. You've said that. Don't look at me like this.
I don't remember saying any of that.
Yeah, you did. You said, at one point you said, yes, because you were not in a relationship. I kind of like to be in a relationship. I get lonely. When good things happen, I'd like to be able to go home and share it with someone.
I don't remember saying I get lonely.
Yeah, you did.
I remember you saying the part about wanting to go home and share. I don't remember the line.
I don't mind sharing stuff. If something really cool happens, you'd like to tell somebody about it. Because Abby don't always get it. The dog.
No, the dog doesn't always get it.
No. A lot of times I have to fight for her attention because her clam obviously needs licking all the time.
Yeah, you have to.
Hey, Abby had a really good show today. Is that tasty?
This is a test of the RMS alert system. This is only a test. If this had actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official information, news, or instructions. This concludes this test of the RMS alert system.
Flo forgot to turn the delay on, so it's building right now. JD, I don't want anything out of you forwards or backwards.
Say a word. I never do. For God's sake.
I got to spend an hour and a half today at the shop dealing with the sign guys.
How'd that go from yesterday? The same problem?
Oh, yeah, there's a huge yellow stripe painted along one side of the building.
That was the accent that they did yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you have the accent. When's the sign going up?
You mean the front of the building?
Yeah.
I'll tell you in about 12 seconds.
Okay.
All right, the delay's up to speed. I ain't got dick on the front of that building.
Why not? It's not this hard. It's a sign.
Well, they also started painting the yellow accent strip at the top too far down. So now, as it comes across the side of the building and around to the front, it ain't going to line up.
Don't tell me that'll match.
It ain't going to line up with the sign.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. Yeah, I kind of am. Wait a minute. Okay, stop.
Okay.
You're an artist. You send them an artist rendering, yes?
Yeah, I sent them art of everything that I needed.
How do you screw up a yellow stripe?
Oh, the yellow stripe's there. It's just about 3 feet too low.
All right. So what's the current status? Yellow stripe?
I
just blow the building up.
I said make everything match. You got to repaint the yellow line and start over. That's fine. But I want both those yellow stripes to come down the side of the building, around the front, and meet the front of the sign, dead center, where it says Russ Martin Automotive. That's all I want. That's what I need. That's what my artwork shows. That's what I've always said I wanted. I'm not trying to be terse. I'm not trying to pull a Bill O'Reilly. I just want some words.
Why do you got to go up there to do that? You have Daryl. Daryl can go up and go, that is not going to match that. Fix it.
Well, I drove up there. The shop was full. So Daryl was working.
All right. Fair enough.
And if he were to make a poor decision on the sign, he would eat it.
Makes
Since
sense.
I'm not getting it for free, I'd like to make sure that it's done as close to what I originally asked for.
When will this be done as close to what you originally asked for?
They told me by the end of the day.
Okay.
So they're either going to repaint the big yellow stripe on the side of the building, or they're going to drop the building 3 feet. Because they pointed out that paint's expensive.
The drop in the building.
What is it, Trey?
No.
And this is just for the sign on the front of the building?
I don't know what you're asking.
Aren't you going to have a really huge sign on the back of the building that faces the George Bush?
Yeah, we haven't gotten that far yet.
This is just for the small sign. You're having this.
This is for the sign on the front of the building. Did I say that?
Yes, where you walk in.
Where you see it. People drive by, they see the name of the place, it says automotive. They do automotive repair. Right now, all I got's a piss yellow stripe down the side of the building.
That doesn't match.
It doesn't now.
No, but it will. It'll be all right. It'll work. Tomorrow you have a sign. And this will all be a fond memory. I'm sorry.
Why is it you just glean so much joy from this?
Because you get so much joy out of everybody else's misery. It's fun to watch you in misery from time to time. It's a blast. I may not take a vacation.
Part of the money from this automotive, if I ever start making a profit, it's going to go back into the foundation. So that's funny to you that a semi-charity is actually having problems?
No, it's just it's funny because it's always little stuff that drives you crazy.
That's not a little stuff.
The sign.
I got no sign on my building. I got no sign on my building.
You'll get a sign. It'll work. It'll be fun. It's not the grand opening.
I want a sign.
You'll have it.
Everybody else got a sign.
Everybody else has been in business for years. You've only been open a week or so. Grand opening's not even until the end of the month.
Oh, God's children.
Oh, God.
Luckily, the shop was busy. How? I don't know.
Well, because we've talked about it on the radio. We've given the website. We've given the address.
How are you going to find it if there's no ID on it?
People know where it is. It's not that hard to find. When you say it's right there.
Look for our stripe.
Right by Sam's.
I don't know if I can deal with this.
Oh, obviously, people are finding it. You're turning business away. So
was that the end of the sentence?
Yeah, that's the end. You're turning business away. You're making money.
I never said I was turning business away.
You say you've got already. The place is full.
It was full, but there was nobody waiting in line.
You already have people coming up there without a sign.
What is it, Chapter 13?
Oh, God.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What's the one where you reorganize? Because I don't accidentally do that.
That's 13.
13?
7 wipes out all debts.
Yeah, 7's personal.
Whatever it is, that just
chapter, whatever chapter.
You know what? And I'll just burn it down. Only problem is the concrete building.
Yes, it won't burn. And you got people in there, and you have crowds, and you don't even have a sign yet. Imagine the rush when you have a sign.
Right now, it's just a fantasy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's like,
and really,
yesterday, what is your deal? Yesterday, with the meat that Trey made, the meat's burned. It's free. It didn't cost you anything. Now, today, it's the sign.
I was hungry. I wanted something to eat. Trey says, I got this fabulous steak over here. It's rare, just like you like it. You can have some of it. Okay, fine. I'll stop looking for food. Somebody else had offered me something. I'll eat this.
Mm-hmm.
The person that offered to go get me some food is now gone, and now I have to eat Trey's briquette.
It was free, and it wasn't that badly burned.
But I could have had somebody go get me something else, as opposed to me eating his blackened cow.
Well, then why were you scouring everything?
Because I was hungry.
Well, then you should have sent someone to go get you food.
Somebody was going to go get me something, and then you offered up your fabulous entree, and they were gone, and I couldn't get anything else, so then I had to eat your black meat. Sound bites.
It's going to be a good day.
Well, turn the air down here, way. It's funny, Trey and I, after the show, I told Trey, I know I'm obsessing about this stupid sign.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares about it. Nobody wants to hear about it.
Oh, they do.
I can't turn it loose. I know it'll get painted. I know all the letters will be put up, but I can't shake this. Then we got off on other repair shops, and Trey went to some break place where they were having a special. We'll say it was like $130.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell him this story. Because I can't believe they did anything without calling you or coming out to the lobby and saying, all right, here's a few of the things that we found.
Took it in. Just needed brake pads. dropped it off, said, be about an hour. I come back. They say, well, we found a lot of problems, and we had to go ahead and replace your drums and your rotors, and it's going to be $530.
Holy. And you not approve any of that,
I said, take it off.
That was not what I would have said. I would have said, thank you, nice lady. It's very kind of you to offer me the gift of rotors and drums.
Do they?
That's a hell of a deal. Are you guys nonprofit? Are there any other specials that I could possibly get here before you go bankrupt? Because obviously you're giving it away. Well, hang on. Let me step back out front. Let me look at the sign. No, it doesn't say Salvation Army. How are you able to do this? Nice lady.
Next week, bring it in for a lube and tune and get a Lamborghini.
What'd they say when you told them to take it off? Oh, did they ever explain why they didn't call you for authorization? Because I really thought that was a law.
I thought it was law, too.
They said something in the paperwork I signed gave them authorization if they saw...
To screw you.
Yeah, basically. And so I had to fight with them. They're like, well, I mean...
You had to fight with them over an extra $350?
Oh, yeah.
And we noticed the interior was a little worn, too. Well, it's right here in the paperwork.
And we changed your long-distance carrier.
So they took everything off?
Well, so they said something in the paperwork gives us authorization to finger you.
That's what they tried to say. I said, no.
Did you go back and look at the paperwork?
Yeah, I said, show me where. And they said, it was some vague line. I said, you know what? I didn't authorize it. I just came in here for your basic brake job. I said, I don't want new drums. I don't want any of this. Just do what I signed up for. Put the old parts back. I'll go have them looked at somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what you want, is somebody pissed off working on your brakes.
That would be my fear, yeah. You go back in and go, oh, really? Well, snip at the line. You go drive out the driveway, hit a wall. We told you.
How many times? Ernie, how many times did you ever hear that? Brake work, smack.
Yeah, I don't want them in there pissed off working on my car, putting things back.
So,
I had to go through. Finally took, and it's one of the few times I've ever really screamed at people, because the manager wouldn't do it. The general manager.
Well, hang on. How could they say we're not going to do it? You don't have any authorization from me for an extra $300. We'll just say $300. No authorization for that. Actually, $400. Mm-hmm. How do you justify that? What if I don't got $400?
Yeah, exactly.
I promised to pay you the $130. We're done.
I have no idea.
It became from them fighting with me to then they're trying to sell me on it. And, about how much I needed this and that. And they had put some kind of special brake pads on instead of
the standard.
Brake pads are the sealant.
Something like a Borg Warner or something.
Yeah. So it ended up they finally.
I don't. How did the argument go? Because if I don't have anything in writing from you, I don't see that I really have any base to start from. You said, all right, I don't want that, take it off. And they said,
well, they said, well, we can't. We've already put it on, and
Oh, now it's used.
I said, I didn't authorize it. So, well, we asked you, what would happen if we found something, and I said, yeah, call me. They're like, well,
that's standard.
But so this is so
bad.
hang on,
this is where they were doing trade the favor. They didn't call him.
They're doing you a favor.
They said it was so bad, we just had to do it. So. Yeah, we just
in good conscience, we couldn't just leave it alone.
That was
they didn't want to call him and bother him because they knew that he was in a hurry.
Oh, I understand. You don't want to bother somebody with $300 and $400.
All right, so they got past the trying to sell it to you as far as being for your own good. You said take it off, and they went where? Because maybe I'll do this at the shop if there's a valid argument.
No,
go ahead.
Then it went to no, we can't do that. We've already put this stuff on. We asked you what would happen if we found something else. I said, yeah, call me. I said, you don't. And I said, well, in the paperwork it kind of says if we see something major that. It went on and on. Finally, I said, just take the stuff off. I mean, finally, I'm sitting there with I don't know, it was their general manager or somebody, owner.
Are you screaming in the lobby?
That's good. I finally got so frustrated.
Is that good?
Well, because then the other customers get to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Was anybody else in the lobby saying anything?
Oh, no.
Right.
And finally, I finally just screamed. I said, take the effing stuff off, put the old stuff on. said, I'm not going to argue about this anymore. You didn't have them on. I said, I'm not paying you for that. And so finally they took the drums off, and then they left the pads, the special pads they put on. And
what'd you end up getting out for?
$150.
All right, so you only got gouged by like another $30.
Yeah, but it took another hour of arguing with them.
And how many times have they done that to how many people?
If you look around, it's quite often.
Yeah, Trey and I Googled it last night
really?
After the show. You just type in the name of the company and lawsuits, and you don't ever get to the company's website. You get plenty of unhappy.
So this is their regular modus operandi. Whatever.
Yeah,
well, if it was regular, they would have shut down by now, or Becky Oliver would have been all the way up their colon.
I think either she or Channel 8 did do a piece on this. And I think
how could you not if there's that many returns on the email?
Well, I think they took undercover cars in there, and they'd already obviously knew what the brakes were like and everything beforehand. And I think on average, they came out them trying to charge them for $600-700.
Well, and a lot of shops, that's one ploy. And I know this because I'm a small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
You have a special, you get them in. And at least it gives you a chance to look at the rest of the car. And if something really... And I told Daryl, if you're doing an oil change, and while you get the hood up under the car, whatever, if you see anything, you can make a note of it, and then give it to them when they're leaving. Don't tell them, here's something, some things that we found that need to be replaced. So here's a list of things that we noticed. Your car's fine to drive. None of this has to be done right now. Just keep this in mind for later.
Down the road. And
don't even offer to fix it right then.
Because that looks like
a screw job. If they ask for it, that's fine. But don't make any offers. Because that's a big... I think that's the biggest reason people don't like to go and get anything fixed, because you don't know what they're going to point at and say, well, this is out, and we don't think it's going to last another 8 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know anything about cars, and you're not carrying your test equipment around, you don't know if you're getting screwed or not.
You're out of your element, period.
You're going to say something, Dan?
But no, you're just exactly right. I mean, I've always felt that way. Every single time I would go to take in my car, even if all it is a routine 3,000 miles, just give me oil and that's it. I know someone's going to come back from the back with some sort of magical problem that just popped up, even though I haven't noticed anything wrong. And you said it right. I'm not a car expert. I don't know. I've had, the manager at a place one time took me in and was like, well, here's what we're looking at and here's what we see. And I might as well be looking at a jar of pudding.
Absolutely, me too.
And just so it doesn't sound like I'm talking about my shop, the Goodyear and Grapevine, Blag. The reason I started doing business with them, I went in for an oil change. They came back out. There was none. They didn't say I needed anything. They didn't try and sell me on filters, mints, nothing. Little frog sculptures, chiclets. They didn't try anything. They just said, here it is.
Here's your oil change.
No pressuring on anything.
Then that was my latest experience, taking it to the place where I've taken it the last couple of times for oil changes. It's actually a dealership. They just give you a little card. It's like red, green, yellow as far as what needs to be done. And they didn't try to sell me. They said, okay, you've got this coming up and this coming up, so just be aware of that, and thanks for your business.
Well, that's the way you should do it. That way, like I said, everybody goes away feeling, okay, now I know there may be issues down the road.
Well, what I don't like is, even if there is a valid part that needs to be replaced, you got the car, someone will leave the car apart, they'll bring you in the back. They'll show you the thing.
It's already taken apart.
Well, we figured while we got the car apart doing these other things that you authorized, we'd do some things you didn't. So they'll say, while the car's apart, well, now I got to decide right now.
Yeah,
just put it back together. Tell me afterwards when I'm leaving. I can go home and think about it. And that way, if I come back and get it done, I don't feel like I got dicked around.
Yeah, you can budget for it. There's no pressure right then, right there. Christopher, my son, had a car. We took it in for a tune-up. Just a real quick story.
Are these the ones that dropped the change in the carburetor?
Yes.
That was my idea.
No, it's not your idea.
All right, guys.
Anyway, yeah, they dropped something. They never admitted to it. They tried to come out and go, no, that's the way it was when it came in here. No, it was running when it came in here. The engine is now seized. I brought you an engine for a tune-up.
Well, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ASE certified?
Well, no.
All right, then.
But I have pictures.
Well, hang on. When you pulled the car in, did you kill it?
I turned the motor off, yeah.
All right, well, there you are.
What?
The first time we saw it, it wasn't running.
No. Anyway, they have pictures. One of the cylinders looks like literally somebody dropped a nickel.
Did you shut the engine off?
Oh, yes!
All right, there you are.
And then I had to put a new motor in it. But eventually I got my money back from that.
So they tried to charge you for the entire...
Oh, yeah, they were dead set. That was the way it was when it came in here. No, that wouldn't be running. The engine was running when I brought it to you. All we needed was a tune-up. Literally. $60 tune-up. That was it. And Christopher got back in the car and went... just seized. And they dropped something in one of the cylinders. And we had pictures of it.
And what was it? Was it like a nickel?
Yeah, it was just a piece of metal that obviously during the process, he dropped it in there, sealed it, and started the motor, and it just chewed up the piston.
But had they been smart, they'd have walked up when he's sitting there cranking on it and gone, "What are you doing?
Don't touch that. It's not ready.
What'd you do? What have you done? Oh, Lord.
You took it out for a test drive, washed it, waxed it.
They tried to...
What have you done?
In a way, they tried to do that. They tried to say, we took it around the block, it ran fine. Almost one of those, what did you do to this car? I didn't drop anything in the piston. They eventually looked at the pictures and we got the money back, but...
All right. How we doing, Chloe?
Breaking 2.
I want to take any of those, Alfie?
Yeah, they're all calling in about the same company.
How do you know which company it is?
I don't know which company you guys are talking about, but every single one of those calls that I've gotten in has all been about one company.
Well, hang on, let me check you off here. Who is it? That's it?
Wow, that's easy.
All right. You tell all of them not to mention the name of the company? What?
Yes, I did.
All right. Which one? Does it matter? Who got screwed the worst? Or? Yes, Jerry.
Yeah, my wife took her truck in to this brake place to get a basic brake job done for $90. Okay. Well, they come out, took her truck in the garage, took the wheels off, come in, told her that basically it needed a whole new brake system, and that it was going to cost about $1,300. And she called and told me, I said, nope, the truck's only 4 years old. You tell them to put the tires back on the truck, take it around the corner to the other place. And every chance I get, I tell everybody about that place.
So they didn't say we can't put the tires back on?
No, they didn't say that. I mean, I didn't really give them a choice. I pretty much told her, said, you tell them to put tires back on the truck, or they will be seeing me there in about 30 minutes.
Are you sure you come in with tires?
The car was rolling when I in with tires.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thought I saw sparks when you rolled in.
Looks like your tires worn down to the middle.
When I got here, I rolled right up into the garage.
You heavy on the gas?
I'm not heavy on the gas at all. We had tires when we got here. Rubber all the way around. 4 of them.
Well, luckily we were able to catch you here with the net that we have up. You got no brakes or tires.
I had tires, I had brakes when I got here.
Well, no, you don't.
That's them. No, you don't.
Well, you feel absolutely vulnerable because, again, if you got no clue how long things are supposed to last on a car, then you got to take their word for it. Sure. Well, they've been in business for a long time. Obviously, if they screw people around nonstop, they still wouldn't be
out of
here.
Business, yeah. So it must be me.
And I'm sure they take advantage of women.
I would think women would be the. You know what? I would do it if somebody walked out and they're holding a part that said, you know what, this fell off in my hand. I wouldn't know if it came out of my truck or not. Could have been from a 67 Volvo.
You know, you're right, because it's not just something as simple as preying on women, which would be the obvious mark. It's anyone that brings their car into a shop. Because if they bring it in, then they obviously can't do something and probably don't have the knowledge that your mechanic does.
Yeah, and if you were a mechanic, you wouldn't be taking it in there anyway. You'd do it yourself.
Right. Or even like in Trey's case, once again, I'm sure it's the curse of his Mercedes.
No, this was my truck.
Well, never mind.
But the other thing, and then I'm done with this, is because you're absolutely ignorant of anything that goes on with a car, you have to go in there with an air of trust.
So when you find some place that treats you well.
And at Russ Martin Automotive, that's something, trust is not something we're going to nourish.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes. Why do you keep doing this? Quit doing your own marketing. You suck at it.
I don't want to sound like a 20-minute commercial for the shop. I told Daryl if it's got a carburetor, drop screws in it.
So you're doing, like, reverse marketing?
Yes.
That's a hell of a new tactic.
Nothing to see here. You come in, we're going to drop crap in your carburetor.
Top off your oil until you got a fresh batch.
All right. Okay, we need a break here? Yes. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
4, 3. There's no words on it. We'll do it live. Because I've never seen that. Things suck. There's no words there. There's no words on it. We'll do it live.
Now, back to the Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3.
I don't know what to go. I can't do it.
And for everywhere you put a sound effect is him dropping the F.
Yes.
I can't do it. Go. I can't do it. Thanks again for watching. There's no words on it. We'll do it live. Things suck. There's no words there. There's no words on it. We'll do it live. I've never seen that. Things suck. There's no words there. Take it away.
My God.
We'll do it live.
My God.
We'll do it live.
Russ Martin.
We'll do it live.
Oh, good Lord.
Go. What's that mean? To play us out.
Did you run out of sound effects?
I don't know why that Mark Davis catches me every time. Oh, good Lord.
See if I can find it.
My God.
We'll do it live.
Russ Martin.
We'll do it live.
Oh, good Lord.
Is that Gail? All right. Hi, Gail.
Hi there, Russ.
What do you got?
I've got KTVT TV in Dallas on northbound 635, okay, Garland. At La Prada, you've got a wreck that's on the right shoulder. It had been blocking the left lane. 35 southbound, its usual slow south from Wycliffe down into the Mixmaster. On northbound 35 at Motor, they just cleared a stalled car. Had some road work going on, but they've cleared out the cones. On westbound 20, it's still heavy between Dowdy Ferry and I-35 South R.L. Thornton. Live Oak at Cantagril, there's a crash. And then in Grapevine, Maine at Dallas Road, an accident just reported. In Arlington on Randall Mill at Great Southwest Parkway, there's a crash. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Gail. Mid-60s for the low tonight. Tomorrow, mid-90s again. A little bit warm. We have 89 now at Live 105.3.
So, Alfie, all the calls that came in, all about the same company.
Every single one.
And we got a bunch of emails, too. People all guessing, but saying, I'm assuming this is who you're talking about.
Yes, Kelly.
Hi. I'm not going to tell you the name of the company. However, I went in to just get the brake job, and they told me an extra $300. And I knew they were lying, because the guy was telling me because of my type of truck, I needed these special brake pads. I called into a parts place, and I asked him how much would these particular brake pads cost. He told me $89. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I called another auto parts company, and they basically said the same thing. So I asked the person at that company that was supposed to change out my brakes, why are you charging me an extra $200? He says, well, those guys are just giving you substandard brake pads. We're giving you ones that you really, really need.
Now, when
that's not true.
When you called each place, you told them you had, what are you driving?
It was a Discovery, a Land Rover, sorry.
All right. So you said I've got a 05 Land Rover. What kind of brakes go on these? And
yeah.
all of them said about $90.
Yes, exactly. And when I asked the guy back at that shop, he says, well, they were quoting me substandard brake pads. And he was telling me these are the kinds that I actually need, something about high performance. I'm like, as much as high performance I do is like on 635. So, no, I don't need that. So they basically tried to screw me.
Yeah, as far as brakes go, high performance, that doesn't mean anything unless I'm doing a lot of braking. If I'm on the freeway a lot, I can tell most people don't even know they got brakes.
No.
Well, I wasn't sure, and I just assumed they were saying that to me because I am a woman. And I said, I'm not the typical woman. I'm not just going to take your word for it and assume that you're telling me the truth. And so after we finished, it took about an hour of us going back and forth. I finally got out of there. Instead of the price they were originally telling me, I wound up paying only about $100 extra.
Why did you even stay when you already figured out that they were trying?
Because they had already taken my tires off. I couldn't do anything. They had already taken my tires off. I could not do anything. I know they've got you. And everyone was at work.
Well, having your tires off is not a consequence. It's like Trey said. If you put anything on there I didn't approve, take that off, put my tires back on, and I'm leaving.
I'm sorry. I was really at that point, trusting what they were saying. Plus, I really just wanted to get out of there. I really wanted to get out of there.
And that's probably the way it's going to play out with most people. I've already taken part of my day. I took off work. I've sat here. Now, if I tell them to put everything back together, I got to go find some other place. Either I'm going to eat up the rest of my day, or this isn't going to get done. And I guess a lot of them depend on that. And that's a great idea.
Yeah, and it was over 4 hours. Well over 4 hours. I'm like, well, I'm already screwed. I just want to get the heck out of here. So I didn't know what else to do. I mean, what else am I going to do? I can't get anyone to come pick me up because everyone else is at work. So I didn't know what else to do. So it's my fault. It was an expensive lesson I had to learn.
Well, at my shop, we provide rental cars.
And what's the name of your shop again?
Russ Martin Automotive.
Where can I find it on the internet?
RussMartinAutomotive.com.
Okay, say that one more time. I'm writing it down.
Just hang up and listen. You'll hear it in about 20 seconds.
You guys have rental cars, really?
Yeah. Enterprise worked a deal with us.
That's sweet.
It ain't free.
Well, no, but it's a great thing to
But you get a
offer.
better deal from us than you would if you just drove down to Enterprise.
That's great.
Very nice. Full service.
Clearly you are. Anything else you've added that we don't know about?
Screws in the carburetor.
No, screws in the carburetor.
That's why they need the Enterprise deal.
Saying this.
You're becoming the Fisher DeBerry of the auto world.
Very much.
I might as well just go ahead and start with the apology. All right. I'll take one more and we'll move on. Yes, Jason.
Hey, boss man. This certain company you're talking about, they tried to rip my wife off for $600. I had rebuilt the brake system. I didn't have time to buy pads, so I told her to run down there. And there are entire websites devoted to how many times they try to rip people off.
Oh yeah, you can Google it, and you can just type in the company's name. You don't even have to type in lawsuit.
No, you don't have to. All you have to do is put in that name and page after page after page of complaints about them.
What is it, John?
I was just wondering, why isn't the governor or the attorney general or somebody got involved if it's this prolific?
Why would Rick Perry care about anybody's
I'm
brakes?
just saying the government. I mean, if you have a business that's traditionally screwing people over and over and over, the state gets involved.
JD, they have.
The state has gotten involved. Why is this place still in business?
They get sued all the time.
Maybe you just, thanks, Jason, you just weigh out the options. If we screw enough people, we're going to make enough profit, and it's going to cover any legal bills that we're going to have down the road.
I would just think at some point.
Which is, again, a great idea.
It's not a great idea. Good. Why am I marketing your shop and you're not?
They told me I couldn't talk about it in a positive fashion on the show.
Oh, is that it? Okay. So you leave it up to us. So you'd never screw somebody.
No, I would.
You wouldn't.
But I'm not there.
The thing I can't understand is, obviously, okay, the place has been doing it, and obviously tons of people know about it. But how can you work there? Like, what's that?
Because you work on commission.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of, but can't it be that fantastic? I mean, how... Like, let's just say I got hired and I go in for my first day for the orientation to say, okay, Dan, this is how all this works. How do you sit there and ingest that and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to really enjoy screwing people day in and day out?
And you look at,
what you're making,
close to a six-figure salary. I don't know what they're paying their tax. I know I'm not paying it for mine. And they just... You get overwhelmed. It almost becomes just like running up the score. How many different things?
How far can I
go?
go?
May have a contest inside the shop. How many different things can I find wrong that weren't?
Oh, I'm sure.
How many people will buy it?
I'd love to see their dry erase board back in a little meeting area, because they probably have meetings every day or every week saying, okay, here's how many hoses we have to pull this week.
Somebody's ringing the bell in the back. I got another one. I was able to replace the engine in the drivetrain.
Yes.
Well, they came in for lube.
We're in that shop.
All right. Which one of the... Alfie, that's still all the same thing?
You might want to take a line, too, though. This guy says he's a claims adjuster who's had to deal with the same company.
Yes, Lee.
Hey, yeah, I used to adjust claims for mechanical breakdown. These guys, this particular company, know exactly what you're talking about. Every single claim that we got from them, we sent inspectors out on to verify. And every single time, nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. These people just needed pads, rotors turn, that kind of thing. They wanted calipers and wheel cylinders and master cylinders and just you name it, and they wanted it. And it's a lot more common than it should be. That's why shops get such a bad name. You know, you got these crappy shops running around.
Well, and Dan's right. You know, how do you justify in your mind you're screwing these? Well, possibly with insurance companies, these mechanics are going to be more apt to go ahead and do that. They got pockets. I might as well just stick my hands in them.
Bigger pocketbooks, exactly, and they're all trying to do that. Well, I say all. There's more shops than you realize that are really, on the up and up. But God, you wouldn't believe the things people would tell you. I mean, I'm a master tech, so when they call me, I'm not a pencil jockey. They call me and try and tell me something is wrong. I know if it's wrong or not.
You ever just bait them while you're on the phone? You act ignorant, naive as far as car repairs go?
Oh yeah. You can just lead them right exactly where you want them. Usually they've got a service writer or somebody calling in and stuff, and so they have no idea what's going on anyway. So you can just pretty much drag out of them what you want.
Okay.
It's nifty. Yeah, real nifty.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Later.
That's why I've always said there are certain people in certain professions in this world that you should be friends with, and mechanic has always been at the top of my list.
And that was the way I met Daryl. He was a listener. He offered to take a look at the cars, and over a period of time, I could tell he knew what he was doing, because anytime somebody suggested different than what Daryl didn't say they're wrong. He said, well, let me go back and research, make sure I got it right. And almost every time, he'd be right.
And you're right, though. Just the willingness for him to double-check himself, even though he was pretty sure he was right, that says a lot in itself.
Well, a lot of times he was arguing with Aaron, the con from Fort Worth.
This is going to come up.
And that was always an easy win.
I was trying to swing a little cred towards Daryl.
Aaron knows what he's doing.
No, Aaron doesn't.
And Aaron does.
Aaron claims to have his own shop that he works in when he's not on duty. I don't know what kind of shop it is. Obviously, it's got to be some kind of dress shop.
No.
Because when he was working on the Charger, he was bringing stuff. He lifts the hood up. Well, that's Mopar. It's a Dodge.
Okay, that was a mistake. I'll give you that one.
Then we ordered that fuel injection system where we're going to convert it from carbureted to fuel injected. Mm-hmm. Ordered it for some other make. I still don't have a clue. That was like $3,000. I had to box all that stuff up and send it back.
Well, you found out that Aaron's a Chevy guy.
I don't know what Aaron is. I don't think he's a car guy. All right, you ready for news now?
Sure.
Okay. Alfie, you can stop taking those calls. They're just going to come in nonstop. All right. Did you do a legal ID? 407, Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. News is brought to us by Duke's, located at 183 in Central in Bedford, where you can hang out with J.D. Ryan this Friday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Again, that's at Duke's in Bedford, 183 in Central.
Tuesday, we're flying out Friday night.
I've changed it to Saturday when I got the spares.
Oh.
Saturday morning, first thing. Why?
Because I don't have those figures yet. I had American Airlines 1538.
God almighty, where did you get that information? That was the original flight.
Going to Orlando.
Yes.
Did you book first class?
Yeah, I got to bump up to first class, yes.
Do you have to pay extra for that, or they just bump you?
They bump me because of the miles. Why?
I'm just asking. I never knew you flew third class. Is seat 3A a window?
God! Say something.
Damn it.
That's a word.
All right.
Yes, it's a window. How do you, because I go to different websites. I book through Kayak sometimes, I book through Orbitz, I go to American Airlines directly just to try to trip you. Who is your squirrel? Who's your squirrel?
If you keep booking all these flights through American, it probably is somebody that works there.
They don't all go to American, though. Sometimes I fly U.S. Air when I go see my sister. You found that out. I fly AirTran last time. You found that out.
Why are you always so surprised?
I just
last Friday
I keep thinking I'm smarter than this, and I'm not.
It's not going to happen. Last Friday we had the opportunity, if Russ wanted to stop Gavin at the security checkpoint and have him fingered until Sunday.
Yeah, no.
Was that actually TSA that called?
Yeah, it was.
How'd you verify it?
Well, just you ask us certain questions and you just get that feeling like, okay, he's not blowing smoke.
I told you last time.
Did you keep a phone number?
Yes.
Good.
Why? Why? Don't mess with me Saturday, please.
That doesn't mean he's or she is going to necessarily be on duty at your flight time.
I don't have your information for your Saturday flight.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be hard for you to come up with. You even found out what seat I'm sitting in. That's irritating as hell. You don't know how irritating that is.
Why don't you pick a window seat?
Because I like to look out the window. I'm a pilot. And I like to be able to close to the cockpit in case I see anything wrong.
Yeah, to criticize. That's why you sit by the window.
I'm going to go tell them.
Coming in too fast. Flaps up, flaps up, flaps up. That's all that was out of JD's mouth. Anytime we get on a freaking plane, I don't care where we were going.
Oh, man. I didn't realize it was
flaps
that
up, flaps up, flaps should be up.
Didn't realize it was that irritating.
Flaps need to go back down. Coming in too fast. We're not going to make it.
You can tell. We said we're not going to make it.
The hell you didn't.
I never said we're not going to make it.
I don't know where we were landing. I don't know where we were landing, but you kept saying as we're coming in for approach, he's coming in too fast.
No.
He's not going to have enough thrust to reverse this. We're not going to make it.
Grab your seat cushion.
I've never said that. What I said is you could always tell.
And what did I push your head into? That's what you get for having a window seat. When he finally said, we're not going to make it, I pushed his head into the glass and went, shut up!
The last time I saw Airplane, the movie, I thought of JD because when they come out and say, is there anyone here that can fly the plane? I automatically think of JD. That's got to be his wet dream.
Oh,
is for that to happen to him.
Can you even imagine? I got to touch myself.
You sound like Mark Davis.
Good Lord. I'm serious. Yeah, that would be.
You'd like the opportunity to
in a second.
Land a Boeing.
Absolutely. I could do it. I've done it. Well, the simulator anyway. The simulator is the same as flying the airplane. The day you step out of
that's not the same thing as flying an air.
It is the same thing.
The games you're playing, you also get to screw hookers for extra energy. Fuel.
I have flown the Southwest Airlines 737 simulator and landed it very successfully. The video's on my website. And once you step out of the simulator, the next flight you take has passengers on board. You don't get to fly the airplane around empty.
And the simulator is that accurate as far as
everything.
Thrust, yaw, whatever, all the feeling of actually sitting on a Boeing.
Exactly. When you have a type rating, you get a type rating in a 737 simulator, your next day is full of passengers. Now, granted, you're a co-pilot. You're not a captain. But, yeah, your next flight has people on board. In the old days, they didn't have the simulators that were this good, and you'd have to fly around in an empty plane, but that's outrageous in gas and everything else.
I don't believe I'd let you stand up.
Why?
Because.
Why?
I can see that now. They Make that announcement. Anyone can fly the plane. You just reach over and snap his neck.
Then you'd rather crash and die? I can land the damn
There's
thing.
probably somebody else on that plane that can fly, and I don't want you up there, especially now that your neck is broken.
No.
And if it's a plane full of this show, as far as this staff, as you're running up the aisle, all you're going to see are feet sticking out.
So you want to die and crash, and nobody else can fly the plane. You want to rather be dead.
Don't those planes have autopilot?
Well, yeah, but they don't land the plane. Now, the Category 3 autopilot can land, but you got to have somebody up in the cockpit that knows what they're doing to set it. The big airplanes like the 750, 767, and 777 can actually have auto land, where you can set it up, and it will land itself on the runway and stop itself. I would not touch it.
I would jump out.
Versus have me fly it and land you safely.
I like to be in control of my own destiny, and if we're going to crash, I want to make sure that I'm the reason.
You would rather have everybody on that plane die than me land it
safely.
I could land it safely. I absolutely could. Oh, man, give me I knew it. That's just, that's the ultimate dream. I mean, you wouldn't
Is
want
that why
to
you fly so much? Just so on the outside chance somebody comes out of the cockpit. Can anyone fly a plane?
JD hops up, fists on both sides of his hips.
Oh, good Lord.
Once in a while, you glance at the cockpit as you're getting on board and go, it didn't look too good. Pinkish. No, that would be... I enjoyed flying the simulator. It was fun.
Hold on. Alfie, what is Line 1?
Line 1 works for a brake company.
Oh, what do they want?
He wants to kind of defend a brake company.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, not so much defend, just being with this particular company for about 10 years and working in the automotive industry. I understand the good names and the bad names, and you get a handful of both. And I've been listening to the show for a little while, and then like I said to the guy that took the call, you had that master tech donkey claims adjuster guy, whatever, that said he can diagnose cars over the phone. And he knows when a service rider is full of it or telling the truth or what it doesn't need. So I just wanted to...
Get to the defense part.
Well, not like I said, not defend, just if there was any questions or concerns that I could help you guys with to give faith, back to the automotive company and the hard work that we do for
Well, that's why I didn't mention which company it was, because you could mention anybody. You could actually mention a name on the air, and you could pack the phone lines with people that think they got screwed. That's why I never mentioned
definitely.
it. But I believe you guys are screwy.
And Google agrees.
Well, anybody can post things on the internet. It's amazing that as soon as we brought that up, never mentioned it, where the business was, anything they really specialized in, because I don't think Trey said motors, whatever. He just said, I went in for brake work. And everybody calls about the same company.
And all the emails are all the exact same company, too.
All right. Do we have time for news?
I'll break you one.
Oh.
I got an email about your guitar tone. Does this make any sense? I'm surprised nobody has said anything to you, Russ, about your terrible on-air guitar tone. I thought Chloe had a decent ear, but wow, it's just horrid. While I'm on my rant, Mike Reno's audio is awful, too. Thanks.
Well, he's right. I can't play.
By guitar tone, it sounds to me like your guitars are off versus your playing.
No, I think it's my playing.
I'm sorry. I played music all my life, and I'm not blowing smoke because I don't need to, but I think you do very well. I think you're on tone, you're on key. I don't know what they're talking about.
What's he talking about?
He's just talking about basically the setting of your guitar and the way it's set. But you know what? You have a professional sound processor, a professional guitar. It doesn't matter what you play on the guitar, your tone is absolutely fine. So that has nothing, the tone has nothing to do with...
Well, then he's talking about my playing, and I'm okay with that. If I've been playing the guitar for 20 years or even 5 years, then I'd be pissed off.
Oh, I just don't understand what he wants to hear. Your guitar playing is just fine.
And the Reno audio was great.
He didn't enjoy it.
Maybe he has a bad radio.
Well, he works in an oil company because he sent it from his work address. So, Adam, leave us alone.
Well, maybe he can explain to us what he means by the tone.
Possibly.
Somebody give me a pen.
I'm confused.
All right, go ahead.
You want the website, or you want his email?
I want to email him. I want to find out what's wrong with my tone.
Okay, let me pull it up here. It's Adam dot, I'll spell the last name, Roye,
R-O-Y-E?
R-O-Y-E.
Got it.
At NOV.com. It's an oil well company.
At NOV.com?
NOV, as in abbreviation for November, but it's NOV.com.
All right.
Adam.ROYE.
Got it. At NOV.com.
NOV.com.
Well, finally, somebody can explain to me what I've been doing wrong.
Yeah, possibly. Straighten you out.
Somebody's got the balls to stand up and say, you can't play. Everybody else kisses my ass. I'm the only one that says I can't play. How come is it nobody will listen to me? Thank God for Adam Roy.
Possibly. Maybe you can email us and explain exactly what he meant. As he's taking some time off there from the oil company.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. To the Russ Martin Show.
Call Russ, who's impervious to all that surrounds him. Now, 214-787-1053.
All right, Dan, you ready to start with news?
Sure.
Okay. What are those, Alfie?
Those are guys that agree with the emailer that say that there's something off about your guitar tone.
What does that mean?
Chloe's going to have
Is
a
it
fit.
the sound?
I just don't understand. Unless it's being lost somewhere in the processing of the radio station, I really don't understand what they're talking about. Because
Do you want to talk to one of them? Because I'm not going to understand any of it.
Yeah, let's see what's up.
Yes, Aaron.
Okay, how you doing, Russ?
Good.
Well, what they're talking about on guitar tone is a combination of the effects you're using, which is kind of sounds like a fuzz box to me. I'm saying I kind of agree. It kind of sounds over. It's not clear. It's very fuzzy sounding. So it's a combination of that and what guitar you're using and your EQ settings. So
Well, everything's run through a what is this called?
It's run through a Mac. It's run through a professional 16-channel Mackie.
Okay.
And then it goes through a guitar processor. It's called a Rocktron. It's got like 300 settings on it.
And it's a
Right,
and it's
okay.
a Gibson SG.
What is?
Right.
Your guitar.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's
all
what I
I'm
play.
saying is,
You don't even know the guitar.
So I guess what they're saying is it's not the tone, it's just the setting you're using on the Rocktron. It's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I don't use the same setting every time.
No.
Oh, I understand you don't, but I'm not them.
Yes, Chris.
Yeah, it is the tone, man.
Okay.
I'll tell you why, because it sounds too digital. I know you're running through a digital board, but what they're talking about as far as the
I ain't got no freaking digital board.
Here we go.
whatever your Rocktron, and you're running it through the board, right?
Well, yeah, the Rocktron's digital, but the board's analog. Ain't nothing but tubes,
Oh, the board's too.
I guess.
Yeah, but when you're running through the Rocktron, basically it's sounding really digital is what it comes across in the radio.
Oh.
That's what they're playing fine.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Basically, what he's saying is, you know how Mike wants you to use your Marshall all the time and not use your effects processor?
Right.
Same
And
thing.
I don't when we play. Would this sound better if I just brought an amp in here and shoved a mic up to it?
It would probably have that better tone that they're talking about.
But this process, that's the same one that Gary Hoey uses. Nobody complains about his tone when he's in here.
No, I don't think it's that. And I think you're using a little fuzzier than he uses. No,
I don't know what I'm using.
also
I just put it on something different. It's got 100 settings. I pick one and I play. And I think the one that I've got it on now, the setting, is very basic. Let me hear it. Innocuous.
Okay. Oh yeah. Multi-layered back and forth stereo and fuzz. Standard. And yeah, about 10 tons of reverb. Getting vertigo.
Yeah, and the setting you have it on is made for just solos and not for chords.
Oh. Well.
So it's made to individual notes.
I like that one now. During the break, I actually went through the processor to find the most irritating setting.
Oh, you found it. Okay, we got it. Quit it. With that bouncing back and forth.
That's cool.
Stop. Now.
All right, I'm done.
Thank you.
I mean, you've gotten one email about your quote-unquote tone in a year and a half. I really don't think it's...
Well, everybody's afraid.
No, we'll tell you.
Nobody... You guys don't tell me anything.
We'll tell you when you stink, but you've gotten a lot better.
What about this one, Close? This too processed?
No. That's clean. Completely clean.
What's that?
It's reverb.
No, that's not what I wanted. This one is supposed to be an AC/DC setting.
Okay. Sounds just normal. Not a process at all.
That's nice, clean, distorted. You know what I mean?
Should I start using that one?
I think you play whatever makes you comfortable. I mean, sometimes you do tend to use maybe a heavier sound than the song requires because...
Well, then why don't you say something instead of set me look like a tone fool?
Well, just like you said, sometimes the little mistakes are covered up by the extra distortion.
Well, but now I'm held out in front of the entire world as a tone fool.
You need to worry about it. I think it sounds cool. Like I said, they must be talking about something between the processing that all of our other...
It sounds...
At Recleve's studio goes through extra processing.
Hang on, two of you are talking at the same time. You shut up.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chloe.
I think it may be everything that leaves the studio goes through extra processing before it goes out to the tower and to the people or whatever. That may be part of it. Because I think we're set up for talk radio and not music radio, and so...
And what were you going to say, John?
I forgot now. No, it's just it's a crunchy scrunchy. That's all. That's the setting you had, and I think people are used to hearing what you're doing now more so on a guitar solo. It's just clean and crisp. And that's got some crunch to it. See?
You like that one?
I like that.
All right, then I'll tape it down. All right, did you start news, Dan?
No. Not really.
All right. 4:38, Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Tuesday, May 20th, 2008. Birthdays today. Busta Rhymes turns 36. Timothy Oliphant turns 40. Bronson Pinchot is 49. Ron Reagan Jr. is 50. Cher turns 62. And Joe Cocker turns 64 today. Senator Edward Kennedy has a malignant brain tumor.
What is that, like 22, 23 points?
He is 76, so...
24.
There you go. Doctors for the Massachusetts Democrats said Tuesday that preliminary biopsy results showed a malignant glioma in the left parietal lobe. It was detected after Kennedy, who is 76, was airlifted to Boston on Saturday after having a seizure at his Cape Cod home.
He'll get better.
Why?
The Boston Marathon next year just because you picked him.
No.
Yeah.
I believe I heard on KLLI coming in, the tumor that he's got is one they only... they wouldn't say exactly how advanced his was, but they said normally a tumor like that's 1 to 2 years you got left.
Yeah.
So he'll still be worth a good 20 points or so.
They've already started the Kennedy curse. The guy's 76 years old. It was like John.
He's one of the few that's been able to skip the curse of the Bambino.
He's the only one that's killed somebody. He could be almost 80.
Drives a car into Chappaquiddick?
Chappaquiddick, yeah.
Drove in. Chick drowned. He was able to get out.
Yes.
Swim a few miles.
I tried to save her. I didn't know if she'd be actually in the car.
I said, I'm getting out. You gonna stay? Yeah, okay, you stay with the car. I'll leave the flashers on. Was able to get past that, maintain his political career, so the curse really hasn't jumped on him. He's almost 80.
Yeah. And from what people say, drinks a lot. So, he's done pretty well for his age.
It's us that's been cursed with Ted Kennedy. Can't stand that guy.
Why don't you like him?
He's just, he's so pompous and liberal, but he's still, he's this big, comes off, we need to feed the children, do this, do that. And like he's a common person, yet.
You don't want to feed children?
No, it's fine, but he's a Kennedy. He's never had to really work a day in his life.
Well, how come you don't want kids to eat?
I do. But he comes off like he's a common man, trying to work for the common man. And
I think common people want children to eat.
I want children to eat, too.
Why did you say you don't like him? Because he wants kids to eat.
It's just the way he comes off.
You mean caring for kids and such?
He's just a liberal Democrat and a pompous ass, and I can't stand him.
Conservatives don't want kids to eat?
It's not that. I just can't stand Ted Kennedy. Most people can't.
Because he wants children to eat?
No, because he's a pompous ass.
How are you pompous because you want to feed the children?
I didn't say it's because it's the way he comes off when he's speaking.
I don't get it. Do you get it, John?
No. I just like to see somebody else in the barrel.
I assure the kids.
You don't like kids to eat?
No.
All right. Well, then I can see how you guys would have different theories. Now, I just recently added him to the my Deadpool.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about this, and I forgot. Who else did I add?
Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Actually, you didn't add Ted because you just said Kennedy.
Yes.
I want Ted Kennedy.
You said Kennedy, any of them.
It doesn't matter. If
you didn't get them all. You didn't say all of them. You said
I think Ted's the only one left alive.
Oh, no,
when I sent out the Deadpool list, I said I wanted Kennedy. It doesn't matter which one because they're all going to die. Well. And if they're not dead, there ain't that many of them left.
Caroline, Robert Jr.?
I said yesterday I had Ted Kennedy. Thank you.
I remember that.
And I already wrote it down on the sheet.
Oh. What?
Yeah, that makes it official.
Why don't you just revel in the glory of having Robert Goulet?
Yeah, that's going to carry you all the way anyway.
Man can't even exist for 24 hours on a machine that breathes for him.
He was old. He died.
He was fine when they took his lungs out.
Yeah, that significantly shortens your lifespan.
They put him on a machine, so he didn't even have to work as hard. I trade Robert Goulet for somebody. I don't know what I got stuck with. If Robert Goulet dies the next day, I'll be God.
That was the quickest turnaround of any of them ever.
And he was late 60s, early 70s?
I think he was 72, something like that.
Greasy pussy.
Oh, my God. That man died.
Almost cost me the Deadpool. Luckily, I picked Detroit, Michigan.
You can't. Never mind. Yes, you can.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
President Bush has apologized to the Iraqi Prime Minister, Nouri al-Maliki, and promised prosecution of a U.S. soldier accused of using a copy of the Quran for target practice. The U.S. Embassy spokeswoman said that in the call, Bush expressed his deep concern over the completely unacceptable conduct of an American soldier. A U.S. soldier has been disciplined and sent home after a bullet-riddled copy of the Muslim holy book was found at a shooting range near Baghdad on May 11th. Tribal leaders also accused the soldier of writing offensive language inside.
Oh, shut up. Okay, somebody takes the Bible and uses it for whatever. That person should then be taken out of the military. They want to prosecute this guy.
Well,
was it smart?
I wasn't listening. Is it about the
Quran?
Quran?
Yeah.
Well, to them that's sacred.
Well, so's our Bible.
It's a different playing. It's a different level. Yeah, a lot of people will say yes.
Think
I
of it
like
like rooting for the Stars at a Detroit game.
Oh man,
God. How did we take that highway?
Well, a lot of people put just a lot more emotion into certain things.
Well,
Detroit fans won't allow anybody else from an opposing team to be. I'm surprised they allow opposing teams.
I understand this. The soldier involved should probably be spoken to, but as far as being prosecuted and being sent home, there's a lot worse things you could have done.
Well, you know the laws of the land, and you know that you're not supposed to desecrate the Quran.
I suppose. I don't. It just seems like they're going way out of their way to apologize.
Well, I don't really care.
Just, I know you don't.
When Dan brought it up, I thought he was talking about something that holds wine.
That's a giraffe.
I don't care. Gavin.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Working, man.
Who's that in your office?
It was Debbie Henry.
Well, see what she wants. I saw her just...
She just came by to say hi.
Oh. How you feeling?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm fine. 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 I'm fine.
Did you cry?
I got really mad. I did a lot of swearing.
Were you mad at the Stars?
I was just mad at one play, and I lost cool last night.
Which play?
It was at the end of the first period. We were down already. We drew a penalty, and then one of our players slammed a Detroit player into the boards, which caused us to get a penalty. We would have had a two-man advantage. And
what period was this?
It was at the very end of the first period.
All right, what was the score at that point?
The score at that point, I believe, was 3-0.
Yeah. Was the final 4-0?
4-1.
Oh, I didn't know they finally scored.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually played a good third period. They gave it their all. I gave them a standing O at the end of the game.
How did the rest of the crowd react?
You know what? The whole crowd, at the end, the final minute, they were waving their towels and giving a standing O. It was very impressive.
I wonder if it had been that way had they not won one or two games in the series.
Yeah, I questioned that as well, Dan. But it was a nice tribute, and the players acknowledged it by raising their sticks and stuff like that. So.
Well, I'm sorry I missed the end of the game. I just got in the truck, and the score was 4-0, and I didn't bother with anything else. Because I think at that point they were going into the third period.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Well, I think everyone realizes that this was a really successful season for the Stars. And
you made it to the playoffs. Obviously, it's a successful season.
Well, that's not. Just making it to the playoffs usually isn't enough. But getting this far was far beyond where.
Why is it not enough? I mean, obviously, you want to go on and you want to get the Stanley's Cup.
In the NHL, it means you're top 50%. I mean, that's not. You're not really setting yourself apart. Now, given the Stars weren't supposed to make it out of the first round and to go as far as they did, kudos to them. And it sets up a really good deal for next year.
It's just amazing that fans will turn on a team that will make it to the playoffs. Mavericks, Cowboys, doesn't make any difference. And all of a sudden, you flip on them, and the booing starts. Well, what kind of jackass fan is that? What kind of support is that really going to give me as a player? I'm not out there to win for you. I'm out there to win just for my own pride. And it's not going to further anything if you're out there booing. Now I got to focus on the crowd, or now I'm distracted.
Well, that many years ago, Cowboys, people would come and put bags on their heads. It's like, why did you even come? Just to further beat the Cowboys down?
A lot of people like to go out and just hate something. I guess. So if you can't root for the Cowboys to win, you might as well go out there and hate them because you're still getting some type of emotion out of it.
I suppose so. It just looked really bad because the cameras would always focus on the people with the little bags in their heads. They did. You don't remember that?
No.
That wasn't that many years ago. They had a whole row of nothing but guys with the brown paper bags over their heads and the eyes cut out.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Well, it was just like, I'm ashamed to be a Cowboy. Fan, stay home.
Well, you want to go out and enjoy the game.
You're not enjoying the game. You got a bag on your head.
Gavin, you're not as pissed as I thought you would be. Or not as emotional.
What do you want me to do?
I'm surprised I didn't hear from you at all.
I didn't know what to say. I mean, everyone wants me to react. What am I supposed to do?
It doesn't make any difference to me if you react or not. I'm just a little taken aback.
I put my all into this team.
I know you were there for every step of the way, as whether the Stars were leading or it looked like the season was over. You always had some type of faith. You never turned on them, and really that's what fans should do.
Every step of the way. I know. And everyone expected me to come in sad today and anger and stuff, and
Well, you sound sad. Sound like your puppy died.
It's like everyone wants me to do something. Everyone wants me to...
Well, then do something. Let it out. Make any difference to me if you scream?
I'll let it out. See this picture? Jesus, what's he doing? Is that letting it out? Does that feel good?
He's beating the pictures on his wall.
Is that what I should do? Pound a picture? Get glass all over my office? Is that what I should do? Because we lost? Is that how I should feel? Because the season's over and I don't have hockey until October?
Is that your Bambino picture?
Yeah!
Trey, go in there and stop him. Seriously.
Trey, don't come in here. I got a hammer. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Let me see it. Fine, I'll do it on my own. Look. Quick! Enough! Is that better? Is that better? Sit your ass in your chair. Jesus Christ. Is that the reaction you wanted? Does everyone want me to be like this all the time? I'm trying to get over it.
I enjoyed it.
No, you didn't.
Gavin, that's beyond disturbing. What is it? Why do you think... Are you still into the feng shui to where you think busting pictures on the wall is going to change your aura?
I don't know. Everyone wants me to have this reaction, so I gave them a reaction.
All right. So you beat your own crap up.
I feel better.
At least when people riot, they flip over somebody else's car. I don't think you have this whole riot thing down.
Well, I'm not going to pound other people's stuff.
You're beating on your own pictures, dancing and sitting on top, setting your desk on fire.
The kinder, gentler rider, setting his own stuff on fire.
No, that's not the reaction that I was expecting out of you.
What reaction do you want?
I don't care. But beating your own crap up is retarded.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to do right now.
Well, you got other crap hanging on the wall. Did you take his hammer?
Yes, I did.
Why don't you just calm down? How about that? Beat your crap up. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to... The Stars still got as far as they... You're a freaking retard.
I know. It was a great season. It's a great season. But you know what? I mean, I'm going through a tough time right now. This is depressing.
Gavin, you didn't play. I understand being a fan, but you're retarded now. You didn't play. You're not part of the Stars. They're not your family. Most of them don't care for you. They didn't want you at the game. Why are you having this type of violent reaction?
Because I was as close to that team as anyone else. 2 games I missed, and that's because I went to see my family.
Are you going to cry?
I'm not going to cry.
Gavin, I have tragedy in my life all the time. I play the wrong tone on the guitar on the air. I can't get a sign on the front of my building. Jesus. I ain't smashing my own crap up.
Well, maybe that's the way I react. Maybe that helps me.
Well, then bust up the rest of your pictures. I don't care. Are you done?
Yeah.
All right. I got other stuff to do. If you go off on a tear, give me the heads up.
Fine.
That was
odd. Yeah. What pictures? I can't tell from this camera angle in there. I think one of them is his Babe Ruth thing.
It's his Babe Ruth contract from Boston, signing him over to the Yankees. And then the other one was another Boston one. It was like a 3-picture elongated.
I've seen that one.
And he's just smashing the crap out of it.
Camera, what's the thought process behind that?
I'm just kidding around. I didn't smash it. Did I get you?
I saw you from in here.
Yeah, I know. I switched out pictures.
Is anyone else as creeped out as I am?
Yeah, you're right. You don't know if it's a hose job or he's just absolutely stepped into a maniacal mode. Mm-hmm. They're not your pictures.
No, I brought a picture in. It was an old picture. Felt good, though.
Oh. Okay. Try go in there and smash the rest of them.
No!
You said you replaced all of them.
No, that's not part of the bit. No! That's not part of the bit.
Are they all replaced?
What? No! 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 That's not part of the bit. No!
Trey, aren't you a little disturbed over the Stars losing?
I'm very disturbed. No! Trey's fine! No! Quit! Those are my pictures!
What are you doing?
He's smashing my pictures!
With a feather? Never mind.
God!
You feel better?
No, not really.
Well, he's got 3 or 4 other pictures on the walls. Go ahead.
Do we need a break?
All right. Hey, go out and...
We'll be back.
Go get his windshield.
Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Hello, Gail.
Howdy, Russ.
What do we have this time?
Pack rats. In Louisville, looks like someone's having a hard time changing this tire. Southbound 35 at Justin Road, the left lane is still blocked. In Grand Prairie, southbound Service Road, 360 past Post and Paddock, you've got a 3-car crash. In Fort Worth,
You're a dildo.
falling
Sorry,
pretty
I
much
thought it was
both
off.
ways between Western
You always
Center
slap it when you think it's off?
No. And on southbound 35 past Western Center, there's a disabled vehicle. In Dallas, that usual patch is stop and go on southbound Walton Walker between the 35 split and 183. And then you got a little wreck off to the left shoulder.
How many
on
days a week that
eastbound
mic's shoved in your
I-34
face?
Dallas and Grand Prairie, just before Walton Walker on the left-hand shoulder. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
Scale. All right, mid-60s for the low tonight. Going to be in the mid-90s again tomorrow. We are at 90 degrees now at Live 105.3.
Is that something I normally miss? You slap the mic when you think it's not on?
No, I just reached up and got a little too close to it. I run into it about once a week. I'm not kidding.
We didn't keep the audio when Trey slapped his mic, did we?
I think I did on my computer, so I don't know if when I brought it in.
It's not that long of a clip. It's not worth hunting down. Okay. Ready to start news again?
Sure.
Okay. All right, 5:07. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Reverend Daniel Walsh of Bertha, Minnesota, banned a family from attending his church because they have a son who's autistic. The Reverend says 13-year-old Adam Race is a threat to the rest of the congregation because he spits, urinates, and knocks over old people when he runs out of the church after Mass. Adam's mom, Carol, said that her family of 7 usually sits in the back to avoid being disruptive, but that wasn't good enough for Reverend Walsh, so he took out a restraining order against the whole family. However, that didn't stop Carol from taking her kids to church anyway. When they showed up,
I like to praise the Jesus.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Praise the Jesus.
Stop it. Little kids have got autism.
They praise the Jesus.
That doesn't always mean retarded.
Jesus, I see this, I know. For the... well.
JD, this kid is not little. He may be 13, but I saw a video of him. He's huge.
Big kid.
Yeah.
Still, it's a kid.
I love the Jesus.
I'm glad you love the Jesus. Sit down. We're having church now.
Oh, one time.
Oh, no.
I on a hand puppet.
No, you didn't. We're having Jesus time. Sit down. All right, thank you. Open your hymnal.
That didn't stop Carol from taking her kids to church anyway.
I piss in my ear.
Quit it.
One time I grunted and my dinner came out.
Sit down and be quiet. We're in church. Listen.
I used to have a kitty cat.
Good. We love kitty cats.
And then a dark man stole it. But he gave it back. He said it came apart.
Just relax. Have a cookie.
Sometimes the priest and me play postman with his weenie.
No.
I get to be the mailbox.
No. That never happened. Blessed be the Lord.
Me and the priest exercise every day. We do stretches. I do stretches, and then he comes in and stretches up my ass.
Just relax and be quiet. We'll talk about it later.
Sometimes the priest and I play library.
No, the library?
I read a book while he me in the ass.
We're not going to make it through the service, are we?
Is there any more of the story?
Carol brought her kids to the church anyway. When they showed up, the good reverend called the cops, who busted Carol for violating their restraining order.
It's got to be a what?
A way you can handle that. Put him in a separate room with a video camera, TV or something.
Yeah, put him in there with electrical equipment.
Not by himself.
They're going to stick him in there with a bunch of other kids?
No, with a parent that watches him.
Dope him up for a couple hours.
You don't dope children up just because they're autistic.
You can't bring them to church.
Well, really, it is open to the public.
Retarded or no, if I'm sitting there and I'm making noise, they're going to ask me to leave. You made me leave when I went to church with you.
Because you kept farting on the pews, and you thought it was funny.
Get cloth seats next time.
We have
won't
now.
reverb as much.
I know, but you kept you did it on purpose. You thought it was funny. Oh, Lord, always when it was quiet. You couldn't do it when they were singing. God, you had to wait for Ed to start preaching.
We also, me and the priest, sometimes we play doctor.
Doctor? Oh, that's good.
I'll sneeze and he me in the ass.
No. That didn't happen.
I love the Jesus! That priest did nice. Sometimes he wraps little Debbie snacks to his pee-pee.
No.
He says, that way I don't have to stop to eat.
Oh, Lord. Leave this poor kid alone. I know.
What's the matter, Dan? I can't see it. I'll turn the mics off. Go ahead. He calls me his little nutty buddy.
No, he doesn't. Just relax.
That's our time. Sometimes.
Oh, God.
Me and the priest will play radio station.
Radio stations.
We pretend like we work for CBS, and instead of a bonus, I get in the ass.
That's fine. Be quiet. Shh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good, Dan.
Okay.
Pills, shakes, or some gadget.
I saw a quarter one time on the ground. I've been over and pick it up, and the priest ass.
Seems to happen a lot to you.
Somebody must have a hole in their pocket, because there's a quarter there every day. Sometimes we play guessing games.
Okay, that's good. Keep your voice down. That's perfect. That's fine.
I close my eyes, and I guess which priest is in the ass.
Oh, God.
And sometimes, as a joke, I tell the priest he's in the wrong hole.
Let it go.
All right, I'm done.
Thank you. I bet you're not.
Pills, shakes, or some gadget filled with false hope often comes to mind when people think of fast weight loss. But one of the hottest trends right now might actually deliver if you've got the fortitude to attempt it. Boot camp fitness is one of the hottest classes at health clubs everywhere. Basic training is making a comeback because it burns calories like crazy. An average-sized woman can burn 500 calories. A man could easily use up about 1,000 doing traditional exercises, including sprints, jumping jacks, and crunches. But it's far from easy, of course. Boot camps are a 1-hour, high-intensity daily commitment that typically lasts 4 to 12 weeks. Angela Harris, a boot camp trainer at Lifetime Fitness in Colleyville, said, "We all have kids. I've had 16-year-olds to 62-year-olds. All I ask them not to do is quit on me. Those who run reputable boot camps stop short of guaranteeing weight loss because that often depends on how much the client weighs in the first place."
I go to train with Kevin 3-4 times a week, and there's no way I go to one of these boot camps.
It's 1 hour, just real intensive. I wonder if we should maybe try a week with Stacy doing that, because he's gaining weight.
Well, the boot camp is...
I know, but I mean a reduced... Obviously, he can't do one of those, but get a personal trainer instead of doing this intense boot camp. At least get him into the shop.
Well, you're just talking about normal exercise, and even Stacy can't do normal exercise yet. He's still 570 pounds.
And didn't he say that when he does quote-unquote exercise, it's walking for about 10 minutes?
That's about all he can do.
Yeah.
But he's not doing it. At least maybe if he's going somewhere, he would be responsible for somebody.
Well, that was the only reason when Larry North started with me with the training, the LeBaire thing 3 or 4 years ago. The only reason I showed up because I knew somebody was waiting on me. So you're right. With Stacy, maybe if he knows somebody's there and he's standing them up, maybe he'll show up.
And the week that he lost weight is the week that he helped people move. He helped 2 different people move. That was the week he lost weight.
I don't think helping somebody move is going to
That's enough exercise
drop
for a guy like
7-8 pounds.
For a guy like him, it is. You really can lose that much in water weight. just in sweat. Just get down moving.
He's got to get down to 500 pounds, or they're not going to do the lap band on him.
And what were we at? 583.
Yeah, he went back up.
Yeah.
So at that rate,
yeah,
I don't have to worry about coughing up the cash for the surgery.
No, that's really a shame because it's going to eventually take his life.
And I know 80 pounds is a lot of weight to lose, but all he's got to do is get down to that 500 mark, and the rest of it, it's not going to be a cakewalk, but it's going to be a lot easier than anything else he's tried.
Tassos lost. How much did Tassos end up losing, Dan?
It was close to 100.
100 pounds.
He still looks fat. They take the band off?
They had to at one point because he had too much restriction, but he's got it back in now.
What's he weigh now?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks.
How's the show been going without him?
Show's fine.
A lot easier to do?
It's never easy. You know that.
No, it's always easy for me.
As opposed to the other days.
It's a lot easier when you take the car that you've been dragging behind you that don't got no wheels on it. You take that off, you seem to move a little bit quicker.
I'm enjoying it.
I told you would.
I didn't say that I disagreed with you. I'm just saying that I'm enjoying it.
And you already got an earlier time slot. When you on now?
4 to 7 Saturdays.
The first show without Tassos, Gavin automatically moves you up.
The two weren't related. I told you that before.
You can feign ignorance all you want.
That's not feigning ignorance.
How many years you been doing the show with Tassos?
Close to 6.
How many years you been at night?
All of them.
Okay. Tassos left when?
About a month ago.
When'd your daytime show start?
About a month ago.
Okay. Prosecution rests.
Okay.
Gavin didn't want Tassos on in the daytime. Nobody did.
What is your deal with Tassos? Why are you so mean to him? He's never been...
Because Dan won't be.
Oh, well, there's no reason to be. He's a nice guy. He was always nice to you.
He didn't need to be part of that show. He didn't add anything. I told Dan that.
Well,
Dan, for whatever loyalty reason he had, all of a sudden I can empathize with Dan.
Shut up. I'll kill you.
Sometimes you let friendship take a bigger role in the show, and you do things that aren't really right for the company.
Yes. Go ahead.
I have nothing else to say.
You have plenty to say. Say it.
No.
Come on.
I'd rather you have internal dialogue.
I have none whatsoever. I'll just run into my microphone again.
Good.
Actually, we were talking about Stacy and something he could do. Has anyone mentioned to him doing water aerobics?
No. Who's going to get him in? Who's going to get him out?
He can step up and out of a pool with
I bet he can't.
Step by step? Sure he can.
That would actually be something.
And if something happens, he starts to drown. Who's got time to go find something?
It's water aerobics. It's not synchronized swimming in the deep end.
He could still fall and go underwater. Most of him won't be, but his head could still be underwater.
They do water aerobics in the shallow end.
You can drown in a little bit of water. And who's going to roll him over?
He doesn't have to be rolled over. If he's standing
What if
in
he falls
3
forward
feet?
on his face? Then you're screwed.
I think that's a really good idea. I had a guy almost, maybe actually weighs the same as Stacy, in my swimming pool last summer, and did great. In fact, he's the best he'd felt in a long time because it took the gravity off his feet, took the gravity off his ass.
Well, then let Stacy come out and
good.
sit in your pool.
He can come on out anytime he wants. What's wrong with that? But you know what? Come to think of it, your pool's got that nice little slow slope that goes into it. You ought to do it in your pool.
No.
Yes, because I have steps and you have that nice little ramp.
I'm not going to be able to afford refilling it.
He's not going to. He got 50,000 gallons or more. He's not going to force that much water out of there.
He's 600 pounds. He's going to displace a lot of water, and I'm not paying for it. I don't want him in my pool.
He's not doing a cannonball into it.
I don't care what he's doing. I don't want him in my pool.
But JD's right. You have that nice slope where he could just walk in.
Yeah.
Be really easy on him. And just walk back out.
I don't think he could walk back out.
I bet he can.
We'll try it once just for giggles.
Okay.
But I want him wearing some kind of wetsuit or something.
Water wings?
I know. Some full covering.
Why? Never mind.
Go ahead, Dan.
I'll say. Barbara Harvey climbs into the back of her small Honda SUV and snuggles with her 2 golden retrievers, her head nestled on a pillow propped against the driver's seat. A former loan processor, the 67-year-old mother of 3 grown children, said she never thought she'd spend her golden years sleeping in her car in a parking lot. She was forced into homelessness early this year after being laid off. She said that 3/4 of her income went to paying rent in Santa Barbara, California. She lost her condo 2 months ago and had little savings as backup. She now works part-time at $8 an hour. She draws Social Security to help make ends meet, but she still can't afford an apartment, so every night she pulls into a gated parking lot to sleep in her car, along with other women who find themselves in a similar predicament. Again, with their dogs. There are 12 parking lots across the Santa Barbara area that have been set up to accommodate the growing middle-class homelessness. The lots open at 7 o'clock at night and close at 7 a.m.
So the chick made a sacrifice.
Oh, Jesus.
And didn't get rid of her dogs.
That dancing mother. What does that have to do with me? She's living in her car because she has to live in her car.
But she kept her dogs.
Well, that was her choice.
Why didn't you live in your car and
I'll
keep
live
Boo
in my
instead of having
dog-
put to death?
Live in my car? I had an apartment and a kid.
The kid wasn't living with you.
They came and visited. They still lived here at the time.
So
I couldn't live in my car.
There's not
Daddy
enough room
lives
in that apartment for you, the kids, and Boo, a little 11-year-old beagle.
There was nothing else I could have done with Boo. Stop this torment. There's nothing else I could have done with that dog. Nothing. I had an apartment.
You had
We were
friends
out
that
of
would have
work.
taken that dog.
No,
and
I
you don't take a dog that's 11 years old to a shelter because people don't like older dogs. They want puppies. They don't want to adopt a dog knowing in 2 or 3 years they're going to be dead.
Undoubtedly, somebody got that dog. And
Nobody got that dog.
Yes. So you adopted that dog and lived to be nice, healthy, I think 30 years old.
Did you check on Boo after you dropped her off at the camp?
Yes. Yes, I did. She was adopted by a nice family in Germany.
And lived to 30.
Yes.
All right.
You have no proof otherwise.
I bet I can find out.
Oh, let it go.
Because you didn't want to pay a pet deposit. You put that dog to sleep.
No, I could not pay a pet deposit. There were no pets allowed in that
There are
apartment.
apartments that allow pets.
I already signed a lease for a year with this place.
Then you get out of it.
I couldn't get out of my
Trey,
lease.
can you get out of a lease if you have to pay a fine?
You got to pay a hefty fine, and I couldn't afford it. We were out of work. We just got the TV show canceled. I was going through a divorce. My mother had just died.
So Boo's got to eat it for everybody.
Boo didn't eat anything that we know of.
Did I keep my tribute to Boo?
Don't even do this.
Go ahead,
I
read
can pull it up.
Why don't you do that?
Okay.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. The next time you need an ambulance in Dallas, the paramedic may ask you to hand over your credit card before they'll take you to the hospital. Dallas City Councilman Mitchell Rosansky is proposing the idea as a way to cut down the millions the city pays every year for transports. His idea is to make you pay before you're loaded up into the ambulance, if you're able to do so, meaning if you have non-life-threatening injuries. If that's the case, your credit card would be swiped, and they'd let you in and take you to the hospital. This idea is just now being discussed at City Hall and will continue to be discussed before any action is taken by the full council.
I'm surprised they waited this long for something like that because they'll call for MICUs for chicken-ass stuff.
When you and I were down to the fire station a couple years ago, I guess
47.
Yeah, they were telling the stories. They let Russ and I go in the ambulance one night with him, Dan, and they said, "No, it's okay. Believe me, we've been to this place before. The guy's got a runny nose." I thought he was kidding. We got there. The guy had a runny nose, and he called the ambulance, and he goes, "No, we know where we're going. We've been there before, but they have to respond."
Okay, I understand that they have to respond, but if they respond, are they required to transport you to a hospital?
No.
Okay.
But I would take this transport thing even further. If we come out, we're going to run your credit card. And people are going to stop using the paramedics as a doctor.
You're right. If I knew I'm going to get charged, even if it was $25, if I know I'm going to get charged every time they come out, if I need you, $25 is well spent. If I don't need you, you're right. That kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, you get your old ass, hop in your Buick, and drive to the K clinic and have somebody look at you there. But stop using the fire department to come out. Because if another call comes up and that MICU is not available because they're out on a call with you, they could be ignoring a car wreck.
I wasn't even aware of I figured it might happen on occasion.
Oh, no.
You know, maybe an old person, something happens and they get wiggy, they might call 911. But someone
We'll
that
probably
really
have a
knows-
dispatcher call in and run through the list of all the wasted calls that the fire departments go out on.
I want to say the guys driving the ambulance that night said at least 70% of the calls were ridiculous. Or just ridiculous.
That high?
Yeah. I was shocked. I was totally shocked.
Hold on a second. Yes, Big Stacy.
I can swim, and I do not have the water displacement of a battleship.
What was the last time you went swimming?
Last year, over the summer.
And what if something happens, you get in my pool and drown, then I got to deal with Greenpeace?
I can't. I didn't know how to swim.
I almost missed that. I was like, why is he thinking about, Greenpeace? I got you.
Or PETA or whoever else is going to come out and get me.
No, Greenpeace was correct.
Are we doing close? All right. Hold on a second, I'll take this one. Yes, Martha.
Hey, listen, I have had gastric bypass surgery, and as far as water aerobics, yes, he can do that. He can do that now, and he would do fine. I go to a water aerobics class at Presby Dallas, meets 3 times a week, and it's fantastic for weight loss. And as far as his weight loss, he probably would do better with a gastric bypass than rather than a lap band, being as big as he is.
I'm not sure what they're actually... Yeah, they're talking about lap band.
Okay, lap band is where they just put a band around your stomach and make it smaller, and they can adjust it and loosen it up, that kind of thing. But you can always get it removed, and you can always cheat.
Well, with gastric bypass, do they just pinch things off, or do they actually cut out part of your intestines?
No, they bypass part of your intestines. They don't cut them out. They just bypass them. And they bypass part of your stomach. They sew away part of your stomach to where your stomach is about the size of your fist.
That would seem, sounds like a lot, obviously it is, a lot more invasive.
It's a lot more invasive, it's more expensive, and the dangers in the surgery, comparing the two, are higher in the gastric bypass. Yes, they are, lady, I know it.
Hey, I had it done. Don't argue with me. You didn't. Shut up.
Well, that's because I didn't need it.
Well, no, what I'm saying, though, is...
God. Daniel.
I just can't stand it. Just because you haven't had something done, someone feels like they know more than you. It's like I had my aunt almost die from having gastric bypass surgery from the first time she had it back in the 80s.
It's a lot more invasive.
Exactly. I haven't heard of anyone dying from a lap band.
Well, nobody argues that case. That it's more invasive.
She was going there.
Yeah, she said, well, I don't know if it's really that more invasive.
Then that's just...
Yeah, if you're actually going in and taking out, well, what do they take out? I know they cut part of your stomach out. What else do they do with the gastric bypass?
And what she was saying is that they're cutting part of your intestine and rerouting it to meet up with your intestine lower down. So you're bypassing a huge portion of that intestine. And that's where the cutting and the invasiveness comes in as opposed to a lap band. And plus, if you look at it this way, it'd be better, I think, to try Stacy with the lap band because it's less invasive. See how he adjusts to that.
Right.
As opposed to going the route of the bypass.
Make it a step up.
Right.
To gastric bypass if the lap band is effective.
I've seen somebody that had gastric bypass. They had a scar, a very noticeable scar. And I believe the scars for the lap band are small. Tiny.
Yeah, it's like 3 tiny, it's basically an arthroscopic type surgery. They don't fillet you and open you up.
Okay.
And plus, the other thing that ticked me off what she said is you can cheat on gastric bypass. You can still eat too much. I don't care how big your stomach is sewn to be.
Well, how can you eat too much? Because obviously you're going to, the bloated feeling is going to overcome any desire to eat.
It does, and you would think, but most of the people that would have a problem with that, especially with the cheating aspect, they have not just the physical need of the food, it's the emotional attachment. Look at Carney Wilson. She had gastric bypass. Everyone thought, wow, she looks great. A couple years later, wow, she's fat again. How'd that happen? She kept eating.
I haven't seen current pictures of her.
I haven't either. But
and we haven't really talked to a doctor. Realistically, what do we think we could get Stacy down to? 300?
With
as tall as he is, he could carry 300 pounds and be healthy.
Yeah, he could be, especially when you factor in, all the extraneous stuff like body fat and all that and stress level. But 300, you're right. When he's pushing 600, anything going down is a step in the
Well,
right
then we're going to have
direction.
to get a plastic surgeon and go in and cut out the rest of his skin after he loses all the weight.
That may be the case. However, if he doesn't lose it too quickly, it won't be as severe of a body lift type situation.
Well, there's still going to be a lot of stuff there. Anytime you lose that much weight, you're going to have an excess amount of skin. I need canopies for the shop.
No. You can't make them out of human skin.
Why not?
No, because there's got to be some kind of law, some health code. I'm thinking.
I'm using it on an automotive repair shop, not using a sneeze shield and a salad bar.
I still think there's probably some rule.
What about if I had car covers? Man?
No, they just cut it away. It's human tissue.
How about window tinting?
No.
Right here?
Of course. God, let this go. Let's all live a happy life, I tell you.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
All those about bypass?
I'll try this one.
Hi, Gail.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
The lady you were talking to before the break, she's probably a non-compliant patient anyhow. The stapling bypass is more risky than the lap band. The morbidity, mortality rate is higher on those folks than just the lap band.
Now, in what situation would use a lap band and which situation gastric bypass?
I think a lot of it may be doctor preference and maybe for the patient. I work in an operating room. I used to work in an OR where we used to do a lot of them.
Can't they be, obviously they can be too big for either surgery, but like in Stacy's situation, we get him down to 500 pounds. Is it best to try the lap band first?
Oh, it might be safer. You know, the big problem with those folks is just going into the operating room and having general anesthesia.
Well, also, you've got all that meat. I'm not trying to be cute. You got all that meat that you got to cut through to get to whatever it is that you're going for.
Well, exactly. But, you know, the big problem is if he's over 500 pounds, I mean, you know, just putting him in and putting him under general anesthesia, you know, they're going to give him what all the risk and complications could be from that, plus from the surgery. But, you know, hell, he ought to at least try with the lap band, start from there and see what happens.
Now, with lap band, you still have the general anesthesia?
Oh, yes, you have it with both of them. Yeah, they're under general anesthesia.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
I'm sure it's got to be a lot more expensive to do the stomach stapling because you have, I'm sure, 2 or 3 days in the hospital.
It's not the expense. It's just, Dan's right. If one is more invasive, then start with the lap band. If you don't get results out of that, then you try the gastric bypass. It's stupid to go the other way around. The lap band you can adjust, you can take out. The gastric bypass, I'm going to guess the stapling and whatever else is involved, that's going to do a lot more scarring. Even if you can go in and take them out later.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was referring to earlier when I mentioned my aunt had it first done in the 80s, and then she gained weight back and then had it done again a couple of years ago. She still had so much scar tissue from the first surgery, it complicated the second one, and her staples kept ripping. She was in the hospital for 3 weeks, most of that in ICU, and almost died 3 times. Now, granted, again, that was from a previous surgery, but still, I was reading online just to back myself up, and it said 2% of bypass patients die within 30 days after having the surgery.
It's not a lot of people.
It's about, I think they said 1 in 500.
Well, 2%. 2% of anything is not a lot of people.
No, it's not, but it's 2% of, saying complications versus dead.
Okay. Well, calm down. Nobody's against you on this.
I'm just saying.
All right. Pick back up where you left off.
Sure. A study by the Economic Mobility Project says that poor kids generally become poor adults, and that rich kids are likely to stay rich.
Generally.
42% of kids born into poor families, which are families in the bottom fifth of the income bracket, remain poor as adults, but 39% of kids born into rich families, families in the top fifth of the income bracket, remain rich as adults. The numbers seem to agree with the CNN poll from last year, which found that over half of Americans believe the American dream is no longer attainable by the majority of Americans.
Trey, what is this audio you just handed me?
It's clips for The Lover.
Doesn't say who it is. You want to surprise me?
We have an email about you and The Lover, by the way. It says, Russ,
all right.
I know you don't do requests, but I'm actually begging you to please don't do The Lover anymore. It's the most disgusting thing you've ever done. How many different names for an a-hole can you come up with that won't make me sick?
Well, you come up with different names because you're trying to be creative.
I know you are. And they don't want you to do The Lover.
Sometimes you have to press the stinky envelope.
No.
Let me see what Trey's got.
All right.
I can't tell who that is.
Before you get into it.
I don't know yet.
Better than anybody else in the state of Texas.
Oh, I know who that is.
I don't.
Yeah, well, let's... What are you laughing at?
Gavin screaming.
What's he screaming about?
Hold on. Figure it out.
Do come out if you will, please.
I don't know who that is.
Hang on.
Do what I'm doing. I hope I'll make it. Even better for you.
I have no clue. I've heard the voice. I can't.
Until next time. Very special day.
Oh, I know who it is now. That one, that nailed it.
Oh, wow.
Gavin, what are you screaming about?
No.
No what?
That's my man. Do not mock him.
What?
What?
Don't do that Lover voice with Neil Sperry.
Why not?
Because it's Neil Sperry. One of our biggest clients over at KLLI.
You don't mind that I do it with Mark Davis?
It's different.
You don't mind that I've done it with Men of the Cloth?
Mm-mm.
That's
You
funny.
don't mind when I did it with Don Imus?
That's funny.
Why is it not funny with Neil Sperry?
Because it's my guy.
He's been in radio a while. Yes, he has a good sense of humor. Are you saying he has no sense of humor? Is that what you're...
I'm saying I don't want to get the call.
He won't get it. He won't get the humor.
What call is it you're going to get? We've had his daughter on the show. She gets it.
He won't understand the humor.
What's not to understand? And what if he... All right, let's say he doesn't understand it. Then what?
I just don't want you to do it.
I don't understand what you're telling me. If he doesn't get the bit, then what?
Then I'm sure he'll be upset. Then I'm sure he'll complain. Then I'm sure I'll be brought into a lot of meetings.
For what? It's a weekend show.
It's a very big weekend show.
I listen to the Dirt Doctor on K-Sky.
Oh, Jesus, Russ!
He almost cussed.
Why are you so protective of Neil Sperry?
Because I like the man. I respect the man.
I've tried to have the guy on the show before. He won't come on.
What?
Obviously doesn't respect me as a broadcaster.
He just doesn't want to come on.
Why?
I don't know. He just politely declines. Some people do that.
So you're telling me not to do this?
I'm telling you. Oh, God.
Yeah. I haven't listened to all these. I have waited many years for this moment.
No.
I love you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Perhaps we could start with some light petting. Possibly fingering your bush.
Yes, sir.
All right, then.
Twig girdler.
It's most what I enjoy. Tell me again.
Twig girdler.
Yes. I have been a big fan of girdling twigs. As you can see, I have no gag reflex. So I can girdle a twig like nobody's business. Tell me again.
Twig girdler.
Yes. Do you enjoy the way I rub your hairy back?
This guy is wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, this is enough. Stop.
I have not cropped and chopped the great myrtle that lives in my pantaloons. I know how you enjoy the fullness of my shrub.
I hope I'll make it.
I'll show you the way.
No!
Perhaps you could grab me right here.
Don't know exactly how to tell you.
Well, give me your hand. I see that you haven't kept your privates trimmed. Let me eat around your tree stump.
I love you.
I do enjoy you.
Too far. Way too far.
And after I chew around your tree stump,
we'll do the same thing for you.
That's right, Will you be charging me for any of this sexual activity?
Special off.
Special off. Special. Would you like me to drop my pantaloons?
Take a look.
No. I've already seen it. What was the other thing that you enjoyed so much?
Twig girdler.
Yes. I'll get to that very soon. See, now that I have your pantaloons down, your backyard is a jungle. Why don't you be a monkey?
Had a couple of them a couple weeks ago.
I would love to meet your monkeys.
God!
Perhaps the reason your toot hole is so bushy is because of the fertilizing monkeys that are stuck in your curlies. You have the berries of the dingle. Or they might be the chinch box.
Twig girdler.
I'll get to that.
Jesus! Enough!
Perhaps we should role play.
Do come out if you will, please.
I will pull out in a moment, but I would like to role play. You'll be the horticulturist. And I'll be the dry, withering plant, needing much, much yellow water. Be my lawn bird. I dance in your water wiggle.
I love doing that.
I enjoy the way that you caress my twig. As you can see, it sprouts quickly. You're my very own miracle grow.
Twig girdler.
I'll get to that in a moment, you self-centered bastard.
Twig girdler.
Then let me see it. See what else is on here.
Until next time.
That's my line. Will I ever see you again?
And I look forward to seeing you, and I'll get you in
is good. I always like to feel like a VIP. Seeing you would move someone out of your chinchbugger hole to get me in.
Twig girdler.
I'd like to pull it off.
Jesus!
Stop.
All right.
That's enough.
Give me your twig, and I will girdle it. I will moosh it around like silly putty.
You're good, you know that?
Thank you. Don't give me any surprises.
I'll get you home in plenty of time.
God bless you. What is it, Gavin?
Oh, man, I'm going to end up in so many meetings because of that.
Why?
Because
I don't get it.
you were talking about chewing a stump.
He's the one that brought up the twig girdling. I never heard of that until the man said it.
That's part of a gardening show.
I don't know what a twig girdler is.
Well, I mean, you could take a lot of plant references out of context.
Mm-hmm.
But they're plant references.
Let me pull down in my pants once again. What do you see?
Grapes, nuts, berries.
Thank you. I tried to get most of the berries.
It's like a trail mix of love.
No more.
I do not mind paying you for these services. As much enjoyment as I've gotten for them.
Get more bang for your buck.
I don't mind paying a few extra dollars for a good twig girdler. They're very hard to come by. In fact, it's a lost All right, I'm finished with this one.
Thank you.
You'll pull me some more tomorrow. Yes?
Oh, yes.
All right. Thank you. Go ahead, Dan.
Can't wait to hear about those meetings. With foreclosures on the rise and for sale signs all over neighborhoods, owners across the country are struggling to find ways to meet their payments and stay in their homes. One possible solution is to open your doors to airline employees looking for what is known in the industry as a crash pad. Pilots, flight attendants, and other airline employees may live in one city but fly out of another one, sometimes hundreds of miles away. Often this gap between home and base is the result of employees shifting schedules or changing to a different airline, possibly. Although employees' benefits allow for free or cheap commutes by air, schedules don't always offer much flexibility. 6 a.m. flights and sporadic on-call schedules can make lodging in surrounding airport neighborhoods a necessity. In the L.A. area, crash pads can charge around $250 to $350 a month per bed, sometimes more if a private room is offered. The system allows crews to keep their living costs down and gives homeowner landlords more opportunity for income.
I've got that whole upstairs area. I'm thinking about doing that.
Letting stewardesses stay with you?
Well, yeah. Pilots and flight attendants, yes. Well, they'd be friends of people that I know. They'd be like friends of Phil's.
From Southwest?
Yes. You can make $1,000 a month. You get 4 of them. I get 3 bedrooms that nobody ever sees.
And Joy's going to allow you to have flight attendants in your house?
Yes.
No, she's not.
Well,
this is not even open for a bit discussion. No, she's not. I don't care if it's your house, if you pay for it, if you think your foot ever touches the ground, she's not going to let you have flight attendants stay in your house.
Yes.
No, she won't.
Well, it's my house. I decide who gets to stay there.
Well, I've covered all that. She's not going to allow that.
She doesn't own that home.
She's not going to let you do it.
Well, Phil stays there as it is anyway. So.
Well, Phil stays there, but as far as we're pretty sure, you're not getting it on with the Philip.
I'm certainly not getting it on with the Philip. Now.
Does he really move his tail for you?
That was Continental.
My mistake.
You're free to move about the country with Southwest.
Free to move about.
Quit. I think it's great.
How are you going to explain to her when you get your ass chewed for going to a bar with me? How are you going to explain to her that you're going to let flight attendants who love to go from city to city and have sex? How are you going to explain that she's going to let that happen?
You act like it's some kind of orgy working for the airlines.
That's all you said it was when you were a flight attendant.
Well, that was back in those days. It was.
What's changed since the 90s?
Flight attendants have gotten older and fatter, one thing.
Did all the restrictions change?
Yes, they did. Back when I was flying, they washed a guy, I think I've told this story, washed a guy out of flight attendant school. I know that sounds odd, but they washed him out for 3 pounds, and he was built like Dan, but he was it was all muscle. But he was like 3 pounds over, and they washed him out. Nowadays, have you flown recently?
No.
It's meemaws and fatties.
Why is it?
I have no idea.
Why is it they had to... What was it? Something with the...
No, you had to be height, weight, proportional, and they could... I think maybe that somebody sued them on the grounds of...
discrimination.
Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that's the only thing it can be.
But still, I mean, but if you can demand somebody be physically fit. If my airplane crashes and that the emergency exits over the wings are only a certain size, I don't want 2-ton Tessie trying to get out that door.
Well, she's not going
your
to.
Ass. Get out of my way. I literally do. When I sit on an airplane, I look at the people that are between me and the exit. Because those are the ones that are going to be stopping up the hole for everybody.
Why wouldn't they stick them away from the exits?
You can't do that.
Why not?
That's discrimination also.
It's also a safety factor. If I've got somebody that's the size of a divan and they're blocking an exit, I don't want them to be anywhere near it. They need to be the last off.
You can't do that. You can't move people around the cabin like that. However, I've often thought of somebody the size of, and we just keep bringing up Stacy, someone that's heavy, sat in the emergency exit row. Would they make them move?
I've seen them actually discreetly ask one person to move to another row because they were...
Well, there are rules. I mean, you have to be over 18 and you have to be able and capable of operating the door and everything to get out. But, I mean, if somebody really heavy is between me and that exit, I'd be very upset. Well, you would. I mean, because the wing exits are not normal doors.
I thought in the past the flight attendants would look at people as they came in and decide, especially on Southwest where you didn't have assigned seating, place people who would be more apt to help people get off, put them near the exits.
They can, but you can also get pre-boarding. You can book that seat offline. No one's even ever seen you. You buy a ticket. I want exit row A. Whatever it is.
What are you laughing at, Chloe?
This story of the petard that was inside of the exit row and said he had it. Said he could perform the duties to the flight attendant.
I forgot about that one.
He was sitting in the row.
What flight was this?
I forgot what flight it was.
How long ago was it?
A couple months ago.
Was it an airplane?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
And the flight attendant was saying that, you know what, he didn't think that he could perform the duties. And he's like, I got it. I got it.
I got this with handles. Hey, if anybody gets stuck, I can... I'll push him to.
No.
I think I just did it in my pants. Take a look. Tell me what you see.
Grapes, nuts, berries.
Multiple.
Maybe mother was right. Don't you fight 2 times.
Twig girdler.
Oh. Are you just a one-trick pony?
Twig girdler.
I don't believe I know how to do that.
Follow my lead on this one.
Check my pants again. I believe I've gurgled again.
Grapes, nuts, berries.
Well, treat yourself. My own little Ewan Gibbons. Hi there, Chloe.
Breaking 4.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Are Americans suffering from donor fatigue?
No.
There have been so many disasters.
I believe I've answered the question.
Okay.
Well, you know what kind of donor they're talking about?
No.
Oh.
A new survey from Nationwide
What kind
Insurance.
of donors?
People that give money for when there's
Disaster
crisis.
Yeah. No, people aren't suffering from that.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are. I mean, a lot of people give, and when you get problem after problem after problem after crisis, people stop giving, is what they're saying. And now
well, you've got people coming at them on a That's why I got 2 charities. I got the Animal Shelter, and I got the Police Fire Foundation. I don't care what anybody comes at me for. I'm not going to give them any cash.
No, but a lot of people do. They give to the Katrina situation. And
well, that's how you get burnt out, and then after a while, you're not giving anything to anybody, so no charity is going to benefit out of it. You have to pick whatever your focal point is going to be and stick with that.
So I wonder how much of it is fatigue versus how much of it is countries that we as Americans give a damn about.
I didn't hear the story, but it sounds like donors as far as people locally or sending money to disaster victims.
Right. I mean, because the way they justified is a few years ago there was the Asian tsunami. Americans donated $1.92 billion for that.
Yeah.
Hurricane Katrina, we donated $5.3 billion. Then the earthquake in Pakistan in 2005, which killed 150,000 people. We as Americans only coughed up $150 million in relief aid. And the Myanmar cyclone and the earthquake in China both killed tens of thousands of people. But as of Friday, Americans had only given $12.1 million to Myanmar. And according to the Center on Philanthropy,
are they talking about out of private donations?
Yeah,
because that's a low figure for our government to cough up for a disaster.
I think it's a combination, but mainly it says the amount of money Americans donate to charity.
Okay, well that's not the government then. That's just whatever we decide we want to throw in extra with the assistance the government comes up with.
And the
most
reason
of
why
hates us, we still go galloping around the world giving cash every time there's a problem.
Right, and the reason why I figured it's not so much fatigue as it has to do with the location. Katrina, we gave $5.3 billion. The tsunami, $1.92 billion, are the 2 highest. Pakistan, that's not always high up on people's radar, and neither is Myanmar.
I don't like sending money out of state. I don't.
Well, I know you don't. You have your charities. So you do give money to your charities, and that's very
I think
respectful.
we spend far too much time worrying about the rest of the world.
Can't argue that, unfortunately, at all. But when you read the numbers of the people that have died in these two most recent disasters, it's staggering. But that one country, Myanmar, wouldn't even let people in for the first few days.
I think they said they would take financial aid, but they wouldn't let any rescue workers or any other type of medical personnel in. What was the reason for that, Trey?
Well, when the military took over the country and went from Burma to Myanmar, they locked it down. It's a very communist military regime, and they were afraid someone's going to tip the power, come in there and overthrow them, so they don't want anyone in. I mean, the UN actually violated their orders and dropped food because they wouldn't let them fly over their airspace.
How do they think a balance of power is going to shift if I fly over and drop some grapes, nuts, and berries?
That you might put information in there, actually tell them what's going on in that.
Say what's going on in the real world.
Yeah.
Well, then filter it out, take out any pamphlets that you come across, and still let the aid get to where it needs to go. Again, doesn't make any difference to me because I'm not giving anybody anything. For whatever reason, I don't know if Hollywood's responsible, because stars always like to do things that sound a little more exotic. And it sounds more exotic to give to China or the AIDS epidemic in Africa or children starving in Ethiopia. There's plenty of dirt and flies there to eat. It doesn't seem glamorous to help somebody here.
No. You build a school in Arkansas, nobody cares. Build one in Africa, and they put your name up.
We don't take care of vets. We don't take care of people in this country that have given us the opportunity to have this cash. We don't want to do any of that. We want to do something that's a lot more exotic that is going to get me some TV time.
As Hollywood stars, you want Inside Edition to follow you around. Oh, jeez.
I forget what this clip is.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, that's right. Do you feel it?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Is it too thick?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I know I'm not long, but I certainly make up with girth. It's like getting boo food by a tuna can.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, I like to be in the meeting that Gavin has to have. All right, what is this boo food by a tuna can? Can you explain that?
I don't even see Gavin in his office. Gavin, you in there?
He committed suicide. After the Stars lost, now this.
We need a break. Yes. All right, then. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
I believe I'm done with my condom. What do you see in it?
Berries, grapes, nuts, berries.
Well, I've been sick.
To the Russ Martin Show.
Okay, Dan.
A new survey from Nationwide Insurance found that 80% of people talk on their cell phones while driving. Surprisingly, you really can't blame young people on this one. While 60% of teens admit to using their cell phone while driving, older people are actually worse. 80% of people between the ages of 31 and 44 talk on the phone while driving. And 40% of drivers between the ages of 16 and 30 are so busy reading, composing, and sending text messages that they don't bother to watch the road.
I had a chick, Saturday. Both making a left. She's not paying attention. Was right in front of me on the cell phone, honk. I got to go off into part of the dirt because she's not paying attention. I could see her in her rearview mirror. She's laughing to whoever she's talking to on the phone.
That you went off the road.
Yeah. And now she's sitting right in front of me at the light. And for about a half minute, I'm thinking, I got enough horsepower. I could push her dog ass out into the middle of the road.
I know.
It was the absolute no respect for anybody else around her. And it was funny to her that she's on the phone, doesn't even get off to see what went on, looks in the rear view, and laughs.
God, that's irritating.
And then you can also see her rearview mirror inside the car is faced right at her.
Of course.
Not doing her makeup, but obviously it's going to come up between now and wherever she's going.
Look at me. Yeah.
I've had those moments before where something obviously really bad almost happened. You avoided it, and then you go to that next light and it's red and you stop there. And I've sat and stewed thinking, what would happen if I actually got out of the car, just knocked on the window, and then screamed at the person, do you realize what just happened? That you almost killed me.
They don't care, and they also don't appreciate the fact that had you as a driver not been paying attention,
there would have been
a wreck, and then you'd have had a lot more to deal with. Instead, you stay on the phone, you laugh, you look back at me like I'm part of your enjoyment as you're out on the road.
I got a funny little man. He's off on the road. He's waving at me. He must like me.
Then I was coming back from the shop this morning. I'm on the tollway, and you know how there's always somebody in one lane that decides that where they really need to be is 6 lanes that way. So some chick on the phone is doing it coming straight across. I honk at her. She's on the phone, throws it down in the seat like I've been some type of inconvenience. And again, you think about following them and just pushing them into something.
That's why road rage happens all the time.
Road rage sometimes is justified.
It's never justified.
The hell it's not.
It's not. You have to control yourself.
These people at a certain point need to learn.
And you think pushing her out into traffic is going to teach her something?
Oh, hell yes.
No, it will not.
Yes.
What do you think
I actually had to fight myself not to do something because it was...
In your head, you see it happening, yeah.
It was just the fact that all of it was funny to her.
It's, again, it's none of it's real.
Are you sure she was laughing at you or something that was a conversation on the phone?
Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. The fact that I had to go partially off the road because you're on the phone, you're not paying attention. You can't even set the phone down to see who's honking and screaming at you.
Yeah, I'm not saying it makes it less worse. I just don't know if she was actually laughing at...
Oh, I'm sure it was part of what she gets her jollies off every day. I run somebody else off the road. Hey, if you have a pen, mark that one down for me, please.
It happens every day here. I don't understand it. That's so, yeah.
I love using a cell phone. I can't stand the fact that they exist.
So we've said this before, would you give yours up? If everybody had to, would you give it up? Because you get business done. You're driving back and forth.
Yeah.
Would you? It's a tough one. I don't think I would. I don't get run off the road every single day. It does happen, and it has happened, but it doesn't happen every single day.
Well, you also have to watch traffic with absolute paranoia because you don't know who's going to do what, who's texting, who's talking, who's jacking around, who's playing with themselves, and they're doing everything but steering a freaking car.
And I've had situations before where the person who almost ran me off the road or did may not have been on the cell phone. They're just in their own world, period.
Yeah, those are the people that are even further out when they're on the phone or they're distracted by something else.
Right.
Yeah, I would, if there was a way to verify that no cars had any cell phones in them, then yeah, I'd be fine losing mine.
Yeah, I would be happy with everybody going hands-free. Because that's, when you have your hand up, you're blocking whatever side you're holding that phone on.
And I know they've done studies that say hands-free really isn't that much safer.
You're still distracted.
But it does allow your hands to be free. You could, first of all, your peripheral isn't blocked on one side, whichever you're holding the phone, and you can actually hold the steering wheel with 2 hands.
I'm guilty of it, because that's when I went and bought the Bluetooth. Because I was pulling out of the freeway, hand up to, and I think I'm seeing everything, almost pull on top of somebody. I went, that's it. I put the phone off, turned off, went and bought a Bluetooth.
Okay. Gavin, do you get any calls about the Neil Sperry thing yet?
No.
Why is it you think you're going to have a meeting about that?
They usually don't call me. It's usually brought up when I go over there. Because it's just a sensitive nature.
What's sensitive about it?
Because they get sensitive. If Neil
people make fun of me. I don't do anything about it. I don't call somebody and call a meeting.
Well, you don't have an image like he does. He has an image of a
I'm also promoting his show. I promoted his show. I promoted his calendars. I promoted the fact that he makes pens out of his teeth. He's got charities, and he won't even come on the show just to say thank you.
And his daughter's called. So his daughter's a listener.
I'll try and get him on the show.
I don't want him now. I'll get to Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor.
No,
he's on Case Guy.
I know, you don't have to.
I think it's about the same time that Neil Sperry's on KLLI.
Man, the team.
I tried to be a team. I tried to promote Neil Sperry nonstop for several years. All I can get out of him is a signed calendar.
Well, that was nice. That was a nice gesture.
And that's supposed to make things equal. We're going to call it square.
No, I just thought it was a nice gesture.
So you can forget. I'm not even going to ask to have Neil Sperry on the CBS Roundtable the first one we do. I'll just get the Dirt Doctor on.
No.
Did I ask for the Neil Sperry first?
Yes.
All right. Did you ask him if he wanted to? Did you even bother to ask?
No.
All right.
Because, exactly. You know why I didn't ask.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, because you...
That's delivery.
What?
No. No reason. You didn't even try to lie. No.
Because if you're going to talk about issues, that's fine. But
that's the whole concept of the roundtable is to bring other CBS hosts in here. I moderate and we talk about issues.
But you said on that day, you went on for like 10 minutes about things you were going to ask him, that you were going to get him up in a tizzy about crepe and myrtles.
No, you're the one that brought that up.
But you would.
He enjoys talking about crepe myrtles. He does on his own show a lot. So he must enjoy it.
Yeah, he has obvious passion for it.
He works for, he's on a CBS station. I can't get him over here for the roundtable, but Mark Davis, who works for a different company, has already agreed to do it.
Well, that's fine. I mean, we're almost full for the first one. I'm just getting final approval on one more.
Who do you have so far?
I have Jody Dean.
Go ahead.
I have Ernie and Jay.
They're okay.
And I'm working on the afternoon drive girl on Movin', Gina Fuentes.
Yes, I like her.
Yeah.
But there's still room for Neil Sperry. But that's okay. I'll get the Dirt Doctor.
No. I'll approach him. I thought you had too many KRLD representatives.
I asked for Neil Sperry a long time ago. Don't worry about it. I'll have Mark Davis round it out. Could get somebody from another company on the CBS Roundtable, which was your idea to begin with, and now I got to suffer to get host on it.
I think it's a great opportunity.
I wanted Neil Sperry, but I'll just get the Dirt Doctor.
I can approach him. I'll approach him tomorrow. I'll put that on the list.
And you know, if Mark Davis is in here, he's got to keep things balanced. He's not going to let me go off on Neil Sperry about anything.
Oh, I think he will. I think everyone's going to be in there, and everyone's going to take a step back from the microphone because they're going to be intimidated by you.
Hang on a second. I just got an idea. Hold on a second.
You're good, you know that?
Oh, God, the shame.
Take a look.
Now, this is truly perverse.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, God, the shame.
Twig girdler.
Oof.
Take a look.
Oof.
It's a round table.
You're good, you know that?
I love you, man.
Very nice.
I don't need Neil Sperry. I have other things now. But thanks for your help and being more worried about him and however he's going to take a bit than this show and the ratings. Very generous, very compassionate of you.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all what?
I'm getting you great people. I'm putting it together.
No, you didn't want me to do the Neil Sperry bit because you're worried about what he was going to say. How about what I'm going to say? Neil Sperry ever fire off a cannon in your office?
No.
He ever blow it up?
No.
He ever have you knocked unconscious?
No.
Had a big fat man throw you around?
No.
Okay. So why are you worried about what Neil Sperry's going to say?
I'm worried about what you
Has he ever
say.
spray painted your car?
No.
All right. Has he ever locked you out of your own house?
No.
Have I done that yet?
No, you came to my house and you threw something at my house.
Water balloons.
Yes,
That's what it was.
slingshot water balloons.
That's right. You actually chased us down the street, and then O'Malley pegged you from the back of the truck.
That was a sweet shot. I'm sorry,
Like
Gavin.
you're living
but
his high school moment.
Sweet shot. I felt bad because it's one of those things where you're like, I'll do this, but it's not going to hit him. And then it does, and you're like, wow, that was pretty cool. I hope I have a job on Monday.
I don't believe you. Let me see if the video's still on my website. You didn't sound too disturbed after you pegged him.
Not immediately after, no.
Or possibly ever.
Let's see. Roland Ron Chapman's house. Rolling Mark Cuban's house.
That was scary. Still can't believe 5 men run and scream away from a guy with a flashlight.
We didn't know what the Cuban security guy had.
He's not coming out with an Uzi. He had a flashlight.
You don't know that.
I can't find Gavin's. You want to hear Cuban's?
Yes. We haven't done that in so long. We should do that again. Not to my house.
All right, let's go. You got this. You're in charge of that. I got it. All right. We're rolling? Yeah. Do I need... How low? Oh, we got low light. Okay. And we are rolling. Oh.
Right out in front of Cuban's house, in the back of the truck. And we've got the water balloon launcher. It takes 2 guys to hold it. And
I don't have y'all yet.
Could be slingshot.
Actually, we're doing toilet paper here.
Okay, we back up.
I don't know what we thought we were doing. From the gate to his house is probably 150 yards.
Yeah.
We have trees.
We couldn't even hit the trees.
We all get out.
I don't know if this one's been bleeped for broadcast. We got out. We're getting a little bit closer here.
Uh-oh, dog.
We get, I think it's one more roll of toilet paper. That one I got.
Why? We going?
That one I just barely got on the other side of the fence.
I thought we got one good one in the tree.
We did, right about the time the security guard came out with a flashlight. Here it comes. In fact, I almost hit him. There he goes. And here he comes.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know why that video's cut short. I don't know why Gavin's in here.
4 or 5 grown men running away from a security guard.
We still didn't know what he had.
He's not going to mow us down.
He doesn't know what we're chugging over the fence. And I wonder how he heard that, because you can't hear toilet paper coming over.
They've got cameras everywhere of their house. You know that whole place. They saw us.
I tell you what, I'll go flying with you once. We fly over Cuban's house, and then we can just drop the toilet paper.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Why?
You can't drop anything out of an aircraft.
Even toilet paper?
It's federal law. You cannot drop anything unapproved out of an aircraft.
Toilet paper's approved.
It's not approved. No, you can't just fly around and drop things out of airplanes without prior approval of the FAA.
What are they gonna lock us up for if we fly over his house and drop off some Charmin?
I'll pull out the federal regulations.
It's Charmin.
It doesn't matter. It's against the law. You can't drop a penny out.
It's squeezably soft.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whipple. No, it's law. It's an actual federal.
We can't say it was an accident. I rolled the window down and the toilet paper blew up.
Windows don't roll down in airplanes, and rolls and rolls of paper don't fly out. No, we can't do that. I'm sorry. I mean, I'd go along with the bit for you, but
what about a helicopter?
No aircraft. You can't drop anything out of an aircraft. It's a federal law.
Airplane?
No, same thing. No.
Jetpack.
Glider?
No glider. No jetpack.
How about flying monkeys?
You're in.
I doubt they have that in the rule book.
That's definitely not in the FARs.
Damn, they got us again.
Loopholes. All right, going to the next story.
In fact, technically what we did that time, we had the ultra lights up and I threw watermelons and cantaloupes at you. That was actually illegal.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
just that I mention it.
Recently, Forbes magazine compiled a list of the top-paying hourly rate jobs, and here are the 5 highest-paying jobs that are paid hourly. Number 5, construction laborers make an average of $14.88 an hour. Number 4, customer service reps make an average of $14.93 an hour. Auto technicians or mechanics make an average of $17.54 an hour.
That's a little pricey.
I knew you'd say that.
It's not for a good mechanic.
It's almost $20 an hour?
Yeah.
That's the average.
Someone's working on my car. I want to make
$17, $18 an hour is a lot of cash.
Yeah, but look how much they're making you in an hour. They're making you as the employer a ton of cash.
Do you think percentage-wise, what I make and what CBS makes, do you think I'm making a fair percentage?
Well, CBS isn't making
No!
Okay. No.
Especially when you compare it to what Katie Couric is doing.
She's on network
and
news.
She's not bringing in any revenue. The whole idea with this game, from what I've read in the past, is to bring in ratings, and people come with that, and then that generates revenue.
Okay.
Katie Couric ain't playing the same game.
CBS isn't playing the same game. We don't follow that particular model. But you make
$15 million.
Just rub it in, Trey. Just make it worse. Go ahead.
$15 million, and they won't even admit that they've blown it.
No, they're not going to. Because to do that, you're going to have to, whoever hired her and thought it was a great idea, just like David Lee Roth, will have to step down. Because we'll have to admit we had made a mistake, as opposed to we're still in the building process.
David Lee Roth.
Oh, here we go.
Was not a mistake.
It was totally a mistake.
That was planned obsolescence.
No.
People have been doing that in this country for hundreds of years.
Right.
You put something in place, you know it's going to go bad, and then you bring in another one.
Wouldn't spend that much money and lose that much money and lose that much
They
revenue.
didn't lose anything. We're going to lose. I'm talking. They were going to lose money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So why put your best hope, whoever you think it is, why put them in there right after Stern when they're going to fail regardless of their talent? You put some buffoon in there with no hits and no hair, and you let them kill 3 months that were going to be dead anyway. Then you bring the morning show that you really thought you have a chance with, you plug them in, and now they've got a fair shot because they're not being compared to Howard Stern. They're being compared to the catastrophe that was just on before you. That makes more sense than anybody that's ever said anything in this room of, no, they really thought it was valid. You're not throwing out any reasoning why you think that was valid. That they really hired him because they thought he had the talent. Nobody's given me any proof. In fact, I can go play audio of David Lee Roth and give you proof on the other side.
That you can definitely do. You can definitely put any audio from David Lee Roth and go, see, nobody with their in their right mind would have put this person on the morning drive.
Okay, now you're going to follow this with a sentence, and I want you to give me some reasonings why.
Well, because I wasn't in the meetings.
I wasn't either, but I've been able to go back and analyze it, and I can tell from my broadcast experience there is not a chance in hell that you put David Lee Roth on and think that's going to save part of the CBS network. And Trey, if you utter one word, I'm going to pull that striped shirt off of you and wipe my ass with it. Go ahead.
I'm out. No, I don't want anything wiped with me. No, just...
I can see Trey over there. He's giggling, and something's about to come out of his mouth. What do you want?
They wasted probably $50-60 million on David Lee Roth. They're not going to spend that much money.
All right, let me ask you this. How do you know it's $50-60 million?
Look at the advertising.
How do you know it was 50 or 60 million? I'm going to tell you again, unless you can go back and back something up or come up with some type of logic behind it, to shut up. Now, how do you know it was 50 or 60 million?
I don't.
Thank you. I could go back and break down step by step why they put David Lee Roth in there, knowing that he was going to blow it and then get ready for the other morning show so they would have time to plan. David Lee Roth was a stopgap catastrophe. He was our own Katrina. He was our own 3 Mile Island. He was our own Aftermash. Trying to think of some show that blew it really quick. That's what he was.
Okay.
Get off of him. Get off the console.
I can't reach
Get
you.
down off the console.
Come this way.
Yeah, you're going to fall.
Just this far.
Get down.
Into my clutching hands, please.
Help a brother out and step forward a foot and a half. And even though we do this as shtick every time, that still pisses me off that you guys actually think CBS did that thinking that was going to be the wave of
If
mornings.
it was the plan all along, why'd they fire the guy that put it in place?
Maybe he was getting pumped for something unrelated.
Okay.
I would be with you if it wasn't for the advertising campaign.
They had to let people know that Howard Stern was gone.
I think people knew that.
Yeah, that was already on CNN.
They didn't have to buy that. That was in the news anyway.
But you got to let them know that your new morning show is in place so they can come in and then they can shun it and then you get ready for your new one.
The Billboard campaign should have read, check this out, it's going to suck.
Bad product always needs marketing.
New Coke.
Do we need a break?
Yes.
All right, we're back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
The story from yesterday that people are complaining because their food stamps and their social services aren't going as far because prices are going up faster than we can give them free food.
Yes. They don't go as far as they used to.
Then you have to cut back. People,
Well, they are cutting back.
People with jobs cut back. We don't buy as much as we can. Gas and whatever
I
else
think they're
is
trying to
rising.
make people that absolutely can't feed their children to make it last to the end of the month because they're only pulling in $200 in government assistance, and you can't feed 2 or 3 children plus yourself.
Then do something. Try and change your structure somehow, because if you stay where you are, you're going to be dependent on the government forever. Your life's never going to get any better. You're not going to advance. You're really not doing anything for society.
I wonder what percentage of people really live on it forever. I know of a girl, really nice, got cancer and had to go on it for a while, but she got back off of it. She was on it for, I think, a year.
And that makes sense.
But that's that's probably, I don't have any statistics, so I don't really know what to say about how many people get on it and just live on it, just stay on it. Obviously, we saw in Katrina that a lot of them did. 2 and 3 years later, they're still bitching at the government because they have to get out of the trailers.
It's not just Katrina. It's anybody that just sits on social services and expects the government just to continue to let them survive. You're doing absolutely nothing for society.
And I never understood that. I really thought there was a time limit. I really, truly thought it was like unless you could prove you got run over by a train, you cannot work or whatever else. I thought there was a time limit.
Well, I think that would come from a different pot where it's, welfare, straight up welfare versus disability.
And there are some social services, and Dan, somebody brought this up, where you do have to work
20 hours,
a certain amount of time each week, so you are doing something.
Just not making enough. It's at $8 an hour. That's not very much money to live on to feed children.
Then go get a pimp.
Stop it. You want people to be whores just to get by?
Certain people want to be whores.
No, they don't.
There's a big market for whores.
Well, I realize that prostitution has been around a long time, and there's a big market for it. But I don't think anybody, as a little girl, says maybe someday I'll grow up and suck them
and be a whore.
Yeah, be a whore. Nobody ever dreams of that.
There's obviously good money in it.
Well, that's normally a last-ditch effort thing. That's not something.
If you got nothing else to sell, you still got that hoe.
Stop it.
Go sell the hoe.
Stop it. Sell the whole. Quit it.
Wholesale.
That's disgusting. No, that's a last.
You get your good pimp, you make a lot of money,
and you don't get to keep any of it.
He still takes care of you.
I know, but you still don't have any money of your own to get away. Maybe potentially get a better lifestyle for yourself, or maybe have a baby.
But he takes care of it. Well, if you got babies, like I said yesterday, go find a pimp with daycare.
No.
That would solve a lot of problems.
Pimp with daycare. You hear yourself? You're going to have a round table with real talk show hosts.
I'm absolutely relishing it.
You know why I'm relishing it? Russ, is because...
I bet Jody...
Thank you for calling me, Russ, by the way.
Anytime. Carrying over your copy points from yesterday.
There was you guys were in the studio, a spot for...
it was for Rodney.
Rodney Anderson. That Gavin's been rewriting most of the copy that comes from sales because nobody up there can write.
I understand that.
I'll just read the middle of it. Where is it?
I got something from sales the other day. Commercial for 60 seconds. It had 3 lines. I'm not kidding you.
We like it when you ad-lib and give your own take on it.
That's kind of what the
I don't know
sales...
anything about the company.
The sales guy said. He goes, I want this to be bigger than life. It's going to be great, man. I went, well, where's the copy? He goes, there it is. He handed me 3 lines.
Who's the client?
I'm not going to say it.
Are they already on the air?
It will be tomorrow.
You pick up somebody new?
No, it's a short-term deal.
Is it somebody new, though?
No, it's a client that's been around for a while, and...
Is Papa John's back?
No, Papa John's is not back.
We're getting toppings for Rangers games?
No, we're not.
No, we owe toppings.
All right. Need to get with mortgage programs, da-da-da. But maybe you're sitting there saying, you know what, Russ? Everything you're saying is true, but what if my credit's not the best, Russ? Russ, are you listening?
Gavin wrote this.
No, sales.
Sales wrote that.
I don't think this one went through Gavin.
Clearly not.
And you can always tell when sales is involved. Tell them Russ sent you. I don't care how they found out. Keep me out of this.
Russ?
That was it.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, what I was going to say was with the round table thing.
Mm-hmm.
JD, you're worried about Russ making other hosts' heads blow up from his quote-unquote outlandish ideas, when really what's going to end up happening is he's going to convince them to look at it his way, and they're all going to jump on his bandwagon and say, my God, I never looked at it that way. You're right.
How many people have ever brought up pimps with daycare?
Nobody. And there's a reason for that. It's insane.
A lot of women can't go get a job because they don't have affordable daycare, and pimps can offer that in addition to everything else that they offer.
And the only thing a host could really throw at you, Russ, would be, well, you can't do that if you have high moral values or a high moral standing, whereas you would probably come from the reality standpoint of, well,
people need money, and some women don't do it just to sell their bodies. They have sexual explorations.
Well, then they have low moral standing.
Well, that's a call that you're going to have to make on your own, but whatever a woman chooses to do with her body is none of my business. As long as she's not killing somebody with it, which a lot of them do, she could do whatever. So, in essence, the pimp is the ultimate feminist. He's allowing them to go on and explore.
There's Jody Dean's head.
I said so.
Jody Dean will explode about the time I get to Ode to a Pimp. The pimp is my shepherd.
Oh, no.
I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green Pontiacs.
Yeah, converting psalms to...
did somebody else write this?
Yeah, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Oh.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, it's been around for a while. You're going to actually be able to hear Jody Dean's head start to stretch.
He's not singing. I know he's not. I'm going to say something. It's coming out.
Ode to a Pimp.
I wish it was then now.
The pimp is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green Pontiacs. He leadeth me beside the busy roadways. He restoreth my hoe. He leadeth me into the paths of sexual explorations for my pimp's sake.
No.
Yea, though I walk through the streets and boulevards, and I could have been beaten and shot in my puss, I will fear no evil, for my pimp was with me. Thy pimp rod and thy switchblade. I can finish this tomorrow.
Can you please start a church?
I believe he has.
Oh, my God. I'll go ahead and finish it.
Okay, yay.
you want me to start again?
Please.
Ode to a Pimp. The pimp is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down with men in green Pontiacs. He leadeth me beside the busy roadways. He restoreth my hoe. He leadeth me into the paths of sexual explorations for my pimp's sake. Yea, though I walk through the streets and boulevards, I could have been beaten and shotten in my puss. I will fear no evil, for my pimp is with me. Thy pimp rod and switchblade, they comfort me. Thou preparest a bed before me in the presence of liquored-up horny Johns. Thou anointest my head with a fist. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my whoredom, and I will live in the Cadillac of the pimp forever. Say amen. All right, let's go.
All new low.
What?
An all new low.
Yeah, that depends on your perspective.
I just like the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Ode to a Pimp. And Jody Dean will leave here with stretch marks on his forehead.
Good Lord.
Yeah, if you do that and you ask them the eternal question of, does it make you gay or not if you suck your own junk?
Oh, my God. That's a finisher.
Nice pun.
Ode to a Pimp.
You just like saying that.
Yeah, I didn't care about the rest of it, but I had to write something. Hang on. There we go. Well, you know what? Since nobody enjoys my guitar playing or the tone, because the listeners have been playing.
Two guys.
And let's see. Pick something Chuck and I recorded. Dan, I'll let you pick. You got Ain't Too Proud to Beg, All Right Now, Batman Monsters, Bitches Back, Bread and Love, Can't Get Enough, Don't Stop. Give Me Some Lovin', Great Balls of Fire, Hawaii 5-0, Hold the Line, Johnny Be Good With Fall, Babumba, Land of a Thousand Dances, Living After Midnight.
Let's do Babumba. Been a while since I've heard that one.
All right, here we go. Ode to a Pimp.
It almost sounds like a cologne.
All right, let's go.
For more information on The Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show, and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com, danO'Malley.com, djclo.com, treytrenholm.com, and for Chuck, the band manager, chuckwheat.com. The official caterer of the show is Sugar Babies Barbecue, their website, sugarbabiesbbq.com. Limo services provided by Limo George, his website, limogeorge.com. Russ gets his guitars and band equipment from the Guitar Center, their website, guitarcenter.com. And the official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits, their website, majesticliquors.com. And the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
All right, see you guys tomorrow.
See you.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.